Yo, what up? It's your boy, GV, and welcome to the GV stream, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, it did like a Hollow Knight little image there, right as we started with the Hollow Knight music playing and everything.
That's pretty appropriate. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GV stream. It is currently 4:23 p.m. at October 21st, 2024. Sorry for being a little late. I had to finish up some other work. But we are here. And I hope that you're all having a wonderful Monday night. We're going to be continuing with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. All Anniversary Edition content with your boy Ruthir. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, welcome everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Bum 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 bum. What is up, Emma Wills, who says, I love the cats on the loading screen, LOL. Yeah, we got, that's a real life cat right there. Right there, Miss Yennefer, who's, sometimes grumpy, but a good cat nonetheless. And then we've got some other pictures of various cats down in the bottom left. Oh, the, the going live screen. I know what you mean. What's up, RPS in 2002? Welcome in. What's up, Vincent Gabon? Welcome in. What's up, George Smiley? Welcome in. What's up, Husky Cruxes? Welcome in. We started, I think this is like there was a period where basically I was starting and stopping streaming a lot because it just became something that was, energy-wise, difficult to maintain. Bum, bum, bum. But as far as consistently, we have started streaming, I think this is like the 5th or 6th YouTube stream, so relatively recent is what I'm trying to say. Bum, 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 bum. But we are sticking with it moving forward, although I am balancing quite a lot of stuff at this point in time. It is... yeah, on YouTube, off YouTube, etc., etc. But I've been enjoying the Skyrim playthrough, so I definitely want to keep it moving. Bum 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 bum. It's been a recent thing, and I'm not complaining. Yeah, it's been relatively recent. But we're gonna keep things moving here. ages ago. GV on top. Granted, I've fallen off his streams, haven't watched regularly since he first got partnered on Twitch a long, long time ago. Yeah, did the Twitch thing for quite a while. And then sort of, you know, stopped streaming consistently on Twitch. And, yeah, basically we just needed a new, fresh start on a different platform. Plus, there's a lot of negatives about streaming on Twitch at this point in time. So here we are, starting a new empire on YouTube. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Zoom zoom bum 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 bum. Okay. Just had to clean up some stuff. What's up, Passionate Fellow? Welcome in. What's up, Janet Jax? Welcome in. What's up, Desu? I figured, like, I don't know, as far as the Discord goes, like, if people want to come check out the streams, I feel like they know at this point. I don't know. Trying to avoid the, at everyone, if I can, basically. But we'll see. What's up, Calamitous Gaunt? Yeah, we are on YouTube and we'll be moving forward on YouTube. No going back to Twitch. If I do Twitch again, it'll most likely be one final, like, goodbye stream, or I may do, like, I may finish The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, because that's what we were doing. We were ending. So I may finish that there, or may do, like, one final goodbye Twitch stream. But yeah, we're moving forward on YouTube. Definitely not looking back to Twitch. There's really nothing for me on Twitch anymore at this point. I've got it within me to, you know, make some good stuff, and yeah, the best place for that at the moment is without a doubt YouTube, I would say. Ba 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 bum ba da bum ba bum bum ba da bum 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 bum. Ruthir. Do 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 do. What's up, Sham D? Welcome in. RPS says that's a sick picture of your snake coiled in that slideshow. Yeah, it's been I haven't really looked at that slideshow as much as I need to. You guys see it more than I do, most likely. But yeah, Congo from way back in the day. What's up, Shannon J, who says, GV, love your Skyrim. Well, thank you very much. You're in the right place, because we's about to do some Skyrim. What's up, Call the Ghost? Welcome in. What's up, Chris Carpenter, who says, the slideshow is making me hungry. Yeah, lots of stuff. I'm really wanting to get back into cooking, starting with some, probably some, what do you call it? Stir fry meal prep, basically, is what I'm looking to do. Bum, bum, bum. Oops, I love your Skyrim playthroughs. Currently in episode 5 of this playthrough. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think this playthrough's pretty good. Obviously, it's one of those weird ones that switches over to, you know, live stream format. But, yeah, overall, I mean, I think I've really enjoyed the Anniversary Edition stuff. It's been fun. Fern the Plant, what is up? Who says, is that an OG Nintendo or a new one? Do you mean, like, behind me? Behind me, all of that stuff is legit. So, yeah, real NES, real Super Nintendo, GameCube, Wii, all that stuff. Yeah, that's all real consoles. What's up, Cower? Welcome in. Desu says, true, I definitely look for the Discord notification to see when you're going live. That's just me. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I just feel like our Discord is very, like, I don't know. I try to, like, interact a bunch and stuff, and I just feel like a lot of the time, you know, there's not much give and take on the Discord in terms of, like, you know, like, for instance, like, with my weight loss, muscle gain, yada, 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 it's like, I want to post there to kind of, like, inspire people that are, you know, going on their own health journeys, whatever, but I just, like, I get way more interaction and discourse and stuff, like, on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. So I don't know. With me with the Discord, it just kind of feels like maybe we just have to build up a new community again before there's really like a sense of camaraderie or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure posting in the Discord like how many people are actually clicking that link and coming over here. And at this point, it just kind of feels like a nuisance, almost. But maybe that'll change in the future. We'll just see. It might just take regrowing a community here on YouTube. How are you, man? How was your weekend? Yeah, sorry for missing Friday's stream. We didn't do Friday's stream because basically we're going to a Halloween party on Saturday, and it was post-50s atomic bomb. Like, I guess that's a thing, like atomic 50s or whatever. There's like all sorts of bomb imagery with the 50s. Like, that's where, you know, Fallout's, a lot of Fallout's aesthetic comes from. But yeah, we were going to like a post-bomb 50s, but like nobody dressed like that really. We were kind of the only ones that actually tried to make it like we got hit by a bomb, which, you know, we didn't have as much time as we would like to get a good costume. So we ended up getting like, you know, a cop and a robber sort of thing, because hers looked actually like old, like the 50s. So yeah, we like really doctored it up. You know, we made them dirty, look like we got hit by a bomb or whatever. And I was expecting like, yeah, people to kind of go with that too, that theme of like looking like you were exploded or something. But yeah, we were kind of like overdressed for the party, funnily enough, because we didn't have nearly as much time as we wanted to get the costumes right. But that was a really fun party. And then what did we do Sunday? I guess we might have just hung out. Yeah, I feel like I went to the gym. I did a big... Oh, yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, had dinner with a friend. Went to the gym, had a good workout. Good weekend. Fun party. Calamitous says, I'm a fan of the YouTube, but why do you prefer it? The long and short of it is, like, on Twitch, we had some, like, really high highs. We had what I would think would be one of the best successful runs out of any content creator of that size. And I think what that did was it brought a lot of people, and then it kind of had this, like, this air of, like, keeping that up, which at the time I was struggling pretty heavily with anxiety. So it was really hard for me to, like, stay consistent because I was kind of in a constant state of, like, panic. When things were going really well, constant state of panic. When things were going not so well, constant state of panic. So all of that to say is, like, we hit these huge highs on Twitch, and I think we had so many different kind of, like, eras of, like, doing super well, having a super gelled community, like, yeah, just everything firing on all cylinders, whatever. And then other times where it was the complete opposite of that, just like an arid wasteland of not great content and, you know, not a sense of community and all that sort of stuff. So I think just that on and off and on and off and on and off basically just led me to, like, you know, realize there's really no moving forward with Twitch. It's kind of like a bygone era of my career. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was, you know, it's coming back, losing weight, feeling better, feeling more energy, but putting that into Twitch just told me, like, I don't think there's much I could do to kind of reinvigorate this community over on Twitch. So it just felt right to kind of switch platforms and kind of kickstart things again over here. What's up, Tundra Tony, who says, hey, GV, love of the Red Dead 2 playthrough, so hooked. Hell yeah, I'm loving it too. Excited to record more very soon. Desu says, definitely understand, gotta spruce up the Discord with some bots and fun stuff and figure out YouTube bots. If anyone in the chat wants a link to the Discord, let me know and I'll post it. Yeah, for sure. It's just like, I don't know, every social platform that I have kind of feels different in a way, you know, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Discord, yeah, has just always kind of felt like, I don't know. I just, when I post there, I just am like, you know, is it really, it almost feels like I'm forcing myself to, like, post there because it just really doesn't, I don't know, doesn't inspire much, like, you know, communication and stuff. So it just kind of feels forced a bit. I saw that on your Snapchat. Costume looked great for such short notice. Yeah, I thought we did a really good job. I'm not good at... Man, we've been watching Dragula, which is like a drag show, like horror themed. And those dudes are so good at, like, making costumes. And, like, me just trying to, like, cut a police uniform to look, like, damaged was so hard. I was like, oh my god, we need these. We need the help of the gays to help us make this setup. What's up, Brendan Kovalson? Game Shack Studios, welcome in. Not too knowledgeable on the subject, but with all the bans and bad news I see about Twitch, I think it's sort of going downhill. Yeah, I mean, that was a component too. Like, I like Twitch's UI the best. And like I said, we had a lot of features unlocked there because it was a partner. We had like all these emotes and everything. But at the end of the day, you got to just ask yourself, like, how worth it is that, you know, when it's, you know, you just, I don't know. You just have a feeling of like, I don't think this is going to work anymore. And Twitch really was that. So yeah, there's other things about, you know, the actual platform and people saying it's dying or whatever. I haven't looked into that enough, so I really don't know where that stands. But, yeah, I've been hearing that as well. Okay, let's make sure the settings are good. Survival mode. And let's do a little intro so I can put a comment to skip to this time. 1, 2, 3, whoop. Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition. This is all of the Anniversary Edition content in the video game, which we're really getting down to what I have not done. I mean, a lot of this series has been what I have not done, but yeah, the Dragonboard stuff. There's like a lot of Dragonboard stuff, and apparently I have heard it's extremely good. So I'm excited to get over to that and experience it, and we're probably going to do that in this stream. But there's also a bunch of other stuff that we got to do as well. So we might warm up with something not Dragonborn related, then maybe go to Dragonborn. Oh, the Wolf Queen Awakens, right. The Wolf Queen Awakens. Oh, and Saints and Seducers, yeah. Saints and Seducers as well. Okay. So we would have to do... Oh, I remember that one, too. We did do that. Yeah, I remember that and like that. Because we had a Dark Elf series where we did a lot of... Maybe like a third of the Anniversary Edition content. But we're doing all of it in this one. Okay, so the Wolf Queen Awakens. Yeah, that's a whole weird quest. Like, multi-staged quest. But you got to do the first stage in order to unlock this thing for Anniversary Edition, basically. So let's go do that. Need the help of the game. I'm genuinely, like, I was trying to, like, because we're trying to put, like, dirt and makeup and whatever on the stuff to make it look like we got hit by a bomb. And trying to, like, it was so hard for me. Like, I really have no, I don't know what you would call that, altering skills or whatever, like, you know, textile, whatever. Like, making a costume or something. I have no idea how to do that. Like, to even cut a shirt sounds easy, but it's so difficult, so... Yeah, I was just thinking about the drag queens on Dragula. I was like, damn, if only I had like a 10% of their power to be able to like alter a costume. It'd be amazing. RP says, is Red Dead Redemption 2 100% going to include getting all outfits? Basically, I mean, yeah, it'll include basically everything that I can do. The only thing is, like, when making a series like that, it's just like... If you got to keep an eye out for, like, you know, you have to do this because five chapters down the line, you know, this guy will say this. And then when you start to get into the nitty gritty of, like, you know, or you'll miss, like, a recolor of a hat or something, I just honestly don't think that it's worth it to do that. I would love to do that, but, like, God, it really sucks the fun out of it for me. You know, for me, like, 100% is doing everything of worth. And then, yeah, if you want to go the extra mile, you know, getting, like, the little things, the unique pens and whatever. But for me, like, it's really a lot better when you can't miss it. It's like, you know, as you go through the... As long as you don't do the epilogue, which... Because once you get to the epilogue, there's a lot of missable stuff. But, you know, as long as you're keeping an eye out on how to do everything up until that point, and then, you know, some little missable thing like, oh, you missed out on this conversation because you didn't pick up this guy's hat or something. It's just like, I don't want to get lost in that because it's literally just going to create a series where... You know, we're spending 30 minutes trying to trigger some random interaction or whatever. So, yeah, basically, I'm going to do everything that I can do as long as it's not, like, a nightmare thing that's for, like, some simple, tiny thing or whatever. So, I don't know exactly how the outfits go, but as far as I know, like, pretty much everything is not missable, except for very specific things, which I'm trying to research and stay aware of, basically.
Please, don't interrupt the court.
You got it.
My scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered.
Tried to cut
reaction
off
might
stuff
be
to make it seem
possible.
naturally ragged, worn as well. It always looks super intentional and bad. Yeah, Cindy was good at it. However, it was a challenge for me, without a doubt.
I will have someone take care of
What's up,
the cave.
Puchiha? Welcome back.
Rest easy.
Grogan Grobalmog. How y'all been, GV? Love to see the weight loss and all good things happening. Much love, man. Also, incredible heart by Cindy to take in the cat for now. Wormy cat, loving heart. Yeah, we might look to start a Kickstarter or something, because I would like to keep her, but we just literally do not have the money to like pay thousands of dollars of vet bills or whatever. So we were thinking of maybe starting a Kickstarter just to make sure she's all good, get her teeth cleaned out, whatever, get all the tests and shots and anything she needs. Because otherwise, I really don't know what we're going to do, because, yeah, we can't really afford to, get her back into full health at the moment.
I am the Jarl's steward. If you have court business to tend to, you talk to me.
I hear you're looking for some help with Wolfskull Cave.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Well, I must. The man who cried wolf, which, God, do we have to do both of these? Because these are vanilla quests, but you have to do them to get this anniversary edition thing. So we'll try to, like, speed run it, basically. Be a good warbot. Grogan was a great playthrough. Yeah, I'm surprised more people don't talk about that one, because usually when it comes to Skyrim, yeah, people talk about the Adranok one, which makes sense. But, yeah, I thought Grogan was also really good from what I remember. Although, yeah, looking back on all the content I've made, it's very hard to, like, remember, certain things about each series. Done so much at this point. Ba 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 ba. Okay, let's head up to Wolfskull Cave. Who are you? Puchiha says, good, kind of just chilling now, much new, been busy, but all good. How about you? Desu by you and Cindy. Red Dead playthrough may be my favorite one you've done. Yeah, I'm really trying to make it some good stuff. Like I said, I think I'm finally once again at a point where I can make some good content again. I think all my content has been like good, but like there's times where I'm like, okay, I know I can make some really good stuff. So I feel that now. But I'm glad people are enjoying it. So many zombies. Zombie. Okay, we do have a bang to level up. Okay, let's go ahead and pop that now. What do we want? What do... I'm just gonna go Magicka from here on out, because we don't really have any Magicka. And then Archery first. Bum, ba, ba, bum. No Archery. One-handed second. Dun, 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 dun. No one-handed. Sneak third. Oh, we're like, wow, 98 sneak already. Okay, no sneak either. What else were we doing? We're trying... Yeah, I wanted to do pickpocket, but it's just such a pain to kind of integrate. Lockpicking, speech, alchemy, illusion, conjuration, destruction, restoration, alteration, enchanting, smithing, heavy. I guess we'll just go light armor, I suppose. Don't know what else to take. Increase armor rating for light armor by 80%. Ba, ba, ba. Stamina regenerates 50% faster on all light armor, head, chest, hands, and feet. We might not have... I don't even think we have all light armor. I think we have a heavy helmet at the moment. Chaos makes it so damn fun. Yeah, like I said, it's funny because like going into it, I was like, man, it's gonna be a tough series to commentate because there's gonna be so many like, you know, slow points where we're just like traveling with the horse around or whatever. But yeah, so many things just nonstop keep happening over and over, which kind of forgot how frequently that happens in Red Dead. Okay, let's go through this semi-fast because this is vanilla content. The outfits are just getting perfect pelts, really, and collecting the stuff, not missable, just asking because they're so cool, so would love to see it. Yeah, I'm going to do anything that's not missable for sure. The only thing is, like, the missable stuff, some of it's very just, like, who cares? And for me, it really comes down to, like, you know, I think a lot of 100% playthroughs are subjective. Some people go, like, extremely far to the nth degree to do, like, every single interaction and thing and whatever. Other people, you know, it's, like, based on a checklist or based on the game saying you've 100%ed or based on trophies or achievements even. So, yeah, I try to find a good balance because, like, let's be honest, nobody really wants to sit there and, you know, see some unique pen be gotten from, like, 15 different interactions that don't matter or whatever. So, yeah, anything that's not missable, without a doubt, we'll get. But anything that is missable, if it's highly insignificant, that's where I kind of try to figure out the best situation involving that, you know? Okay. Got some nasties. Got some little nasties. Are you nasty? Are you lonely? No, 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 don't get up. No one's there. Ooh. Rip. The Novice Necromancer. Potion of Extra Magicka. I'm gonna go ahead and burn this body as well. Get on in there. Coin purse. Yoink. Thanks. Search the ash pile. Okay. In we go. Oh, there was like a short potential for this cave, I remember. It's like a weird thing that you can do, I think. Oh, look at you. Bye-bye. River Betty, Necromancer hood and robes and boots. Desu says GoFundMe or Kickstarter. I've never done one, so I don't really know how either work. Whatever would be the best option. I mean, you know, the goal would just to be to raise funds to get the cat in good health. So I don't know the differences or whatever. I've never used either website. So yeah, whatever would be the best way to help little Tully out. Because I really don't know what the other option would be. I mean, we could try to rehome her, I guess, but, like, I got a comment on something where some lady was like, it's actually illegal to rehome, and I'm like, oh, my God. You know, for me, it's just like, listen, I just want to do the best that we can for this cat, you know what I mean? Because, like, she was starving on the streets. But I feel like there's just so many people that's like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to go through the proper legal channels and all this sort of stuff. And I get that, but also, like, bro, can we just get, like, the cat help, please, without having to get lost in red tape and all that? So, I don't know. I don't know how legal it is to rehome or this or that, the other thing. Blah, blah, blah. Point is, yeah, I just want to... If we do keep her, I would obviously like to make sure that she's healthy. But she's an older cat, so it's going to be a challenge. Uchiha says, sad people treat animals like that if she was deserted. Can't imagine doing something like that. He probably meant GoFundMe. What did I say? Kickstarter? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've never done one of those things, so whatever website would be correct for that. Yeah, I really don't know. The only thing I could think of is if she wandered here from a different neighborhood. Because it really... it really does not seem likely. I mean, obviously, like, who knows? You know, there could be somebody in this neighborhood that just neglects pets or whatever, but it's just really not that type of environment, you know what I mean? So it's, like, very bizarre to me that... yeah, she would be, like, abandoned. So I really don't know. It's weird. Cindy thinks she's been declawed. which is interesting.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema.
We summon Potato.
Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen.
Hear us, Wolf Queen. Ba 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 ba.
Summon you.
Ba 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 ba. The heck? We summon Potato. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Babbo zippy-pot-hoo, yat-hee-ha-hoo.
Specialist says, I love animals. Money is why I don't have a pet. Yeah, I mean, just taking care of Yen and Greyjoy alone, you know, just their food, which goes pretty fast, is like $32 a case of, you know, wet food. So, yeah, a lot of expenses. And 2 cats was pretty much our, sweet spot, obviously. So, we'll see. The Wolf Queen quest always seems so unfinished. It was supposed to have a big quest line, but for rushed at the last second. I always remember this one. I don't really remember the second part of it, so I'd have to see the second part to remember how they did it. But yeah, this one's alright from what I remember. It's got a cool little unique thing to it. But yeah, I feel like I know what you're talking about. I feel like it doesn't have the staying power as other quests do.
Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I was vicariously salty about the legendary bear pelt. I know, it was that was really frustrating. Yeah, because that was really annoying. It's like I love Rockstar and I love their games, but there's so many like very bizarre things about them, like what they try to do with GTA 5 where you like load into a character and they're randomly somewhere. I think like they could even like you could randomly jump in and they're skydiving, which is awesome. That's a really cool idea. But it makes saving and loading really difficult because, yeah, like, I had a save before, I loaded it, but now I don't get the unique interaction.
Yes! Return me to this realm! As our voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon with words bound by blood. What? What are you doing? You fool! You cannot bind me to your wills. Summon with words bound by blood. You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Maybe they do. We'll have to see. Also, I was looking for a Death Lord because we have that Staff of Worms, which will raise this guy infinitely until he dies. Which is pretty freaking epic. Pretty freaking epic, if you ask me. Anyways, yeah, that was really annoying. Because I got the worst of both worlds, basically, even though I made sure to save. But Red Dead Redemption 2 just doesn't really care when you save. It's just how Rockstar does it. What's up, Soul Stare? Welcome in. Yeah, the deaths. I really do not remember the deaths being like that in Red Dead 2. So, like, I don't know if they changed that or something. I thought you died and that's it. Like, you go back to autosave. But it's like you're alive. You die, yet you're alive. You just lose money? What? It's like Minecraft or something. Or Terraria. Very weird. Boop. A Necromage. Oh, this Death Lord's gonna be pretty sick, actually. Ooh. The Necromage. Goodbye. Really crazy this game is still relevant after 14 years. Like I said, I mean, it just holds up. That's why Skyrim is my personal choice. Because I don't know. It is the one game I can always jump back into and have fun. Oblivion and Morrowind, a little trickier. Still yes, but a little trickier to reach that level for me. Kickstarter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I said Kickstarter, yeah, that was a misspeak or whatever. Yeah, I guess GoFundMe would obviously be the choice there.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Why are they like talking? It's like in my mind. Skyrim could very well be the best game ever made. I would, like I said, I would say it's Red Dead Redemption 2 personally. I think Skyrim has sticking powers, really good, was very significant, you know, this, that, and the other thing. But for me, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 not only makes it, like, an extremely good, memorable video game like Skyrim is, but it, like, you know, like, if we just take a look at, like, the main story or the story content, like, yeah, in my opinion, Red Dead is extremely significant. More so than most games.
Nothing here after all.
Okay, I need you to turn around. Turn around. Every time I sneak you, you die a little bit more, and I sneak you till you're dead. Turn around. Oh, the Ritual Master. It's not my best. I'm trying to get over here. Okay, let's not die, because they're going to kill me, like, instantly, for sure. Do 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 do. Gotcha. Ooh, Mehrunes Razor. I was hoping for that too. Ooh, muffle. See, I think there's a thing, like, if you kill them before they spawn Potema or whatever, there's some weird interaction here. Which I don't know exactly, because I've thought of that. I'm like, yeah, what happens if you know, stop them from doing it? But I don't think it... Oh, cool, it's got, like, its own thing. I don't think it, like, does anything. I could be wrong. Like, I would imagine the quest still goes... Because, like, you would miss out on an entire second quest if you could just stop the ritual. But apparently there is some weird interaction here, so... I would have to look into that, basically. What's up, James Jones? Welcome in.
Bapa, the Wolfskull cave.
Puchiha says, I would say Red Dead is the best, but this game will deadass be relevant for 2 decades. The rate Elder Scrolls 6 is going. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking today, because we're going to start something quote-unquote new this Thursday on the main channel. This channel. So I was just thinking today, I was like, man, I would love to freaking have new content to work with, but yeah, it's... I know it's all been said before, but like, my God, it's insane. We still don't have Elder Scrolls 6. I am not the one to like get impatient about stuff like that, but like, it is genuinely insane. It's like, wow, it's so silly. But oh well. Oh well. Have you played The Witcher 3? Yes, we have a full playthrough on this channel of The Witcher 3, which all of it's demonetized because of the nudity. But, yeah, I love that game. It's fantastic. I really do need to do... Very overdue for another playthrough of it. But, yes, big fan of The Witcher 3. Great game. RPS says, I work for my town, and every once in a while I have to do animal control, and so many times you'll get the best-behaved loving dogs, German Shepherd, Labs, everything, and so many times you'll call the owner because they're chipped, and the owners are like, well, we just don't want them anymore, so we aren't coming to get them? Wow. I would love to have a... German Shepherd. German Shepherd is one of my favorite breeds. I'm surprised somebody would... Yeah, that's horrible, obviously. I mean, I don't really... Yeah, I mean, I've rehomed pets just simply because, like, Congo, specifically, my ball python, because I was like, I don't really interact with her, I feed her. You know, I just feel like some, what do you call it, a herpophile or whatever, like a reptile lover would get way more out of her than I would at this point in time. You know what I mean? But... outside of that, yeah, I would never just, like, flat out abandon a pet or something.
You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolfskull Cave?
What did you find? Soul Stare Frog, what's up? Who says, is your character just, like, pure rogue? Stealth Archer and dual-wield daggers, basically. I wanted to go back to Stealth Archer because it's been a very long time since I played Stealth Archer. That was kind of the fresh play style that I have not done in a long time. Some necromancers were attempting to summon and bind Potema.
Potema herself? Please tell me you stopped them.
I interrupted their ritual. It's done.
You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Potema. I shudder at the thought.
Yeah, I see what you mean, because, like, yeah, it's like, oh, Potema's so bad, but, like, I don't remember this having, like, a huge resolution or anything, so it would be cool to, like, see some crazy... You know, I am Potema. Yeah, I do remember. You just go into like a cave and I forget how this ends, but it's not as grand as this would make it seem, basically. Okay, so I think now we need to wait, right, for a courier, either for the next part of this quest or for the anniversary edition thing that we're looking for. So let's travel to the other end of the earth. What's up, Joker Gaming, who says, hey, dude, your Fallout 3 video has been helping me get through a rough time not being well. Thanks, man. Absolutely, yeah. Very happy to do that for people. It's when I'm at my best, when I feel like that's a positive effect that's happening. So, glad to help. Sorry you've been going through a rough time, but that is my favorite thing about this job. So thank you for saying that. James Jones says, I know I'm biased, but Baldur's Gate 3... Yeah, if I completed it, I could see Baldur's Gate 3 being my favorite game of all time. But I've only done basically everything in Act 1. And that's it. So, yeah, I could totally see that being... I don't know. Red Dead, still, I think it's hard to beat. It really, I guess, comes down to what you like more. The whole open world CRPG or whatever. Or, you know, a really well-done Rockstar cinematic game. Baldur's Gate 3 is a solid contender for best game. The sheer amount of detail and replay value is incredible. Yeah, I would agree. I would say probably the top 3 ever for me. And I've only done Act 1 of Baldur's Gate 3, like I said. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 would probably be in the top 3. Red Dead for sure. Red Dead 2. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt would be up there. Skyrim would be up there. It really is tough because, like, it just depends. Because, like, Outer Wilds is, like, a fraction. Like you know, 1 to 5% as long as grandiose as some of these games. But Outer Wilds also meant a ton to me. So, I don't know. It's like, what are you judging the games on? But... What's up, Trey? Welcome in. We were a little late, so I think it started around 4:20 today. Desu says, so something I just found out, when you die, you'll lose all pelts stored on your horse and some money, but it's not loading a checkpoint or a save, so stuff that happened before you died still happens. When you die, you'll lose all pelts stored on your horse and some money. That's so weird. I don't know. I really am curious why they did that. Like, to me, it just makes more sense because you're constantly getting, like, autosaves. Except for when you're, like, in a mission. To me, it makes way more sense just to, like, reload the save. And like, you're, you know, Red Dead, you're dead. But you're not dead. You're like a necro. You're like a, you know, Draugr or something. It's weird. Calamitous says, ever played Hollow Knight? Yes. Not only have I played the crap out of Hollow Knight, I also have a tattoo on my body of Hollow Knight right there. It's like, you know, the knight doing his, like, empowered up B move, basically, if you can't see it. And that is definitely my favorite tattoo out of the 2 that I have. How do you start this next part? Do you have to just wait? It's like, you have to wait a long time, right? Is it like a week or something? I might have to look up how to start part 2 of the Wolf Queen. Desu says, when it says new journal entry, that doesn't always mean the actual journal. You'll get that notification for making the animal hunting spots and herb gathering. Oh, I see.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Interesting.
You want that ending?
Okay, I feel like we have to wait literally 7 days, right, to get the next part of this quest. What's up, AMS Cantina? Welcome in. Desu says it's unupdatable after a time jump sequence, which is done via resting in a bed, campfire, hotel room, or by death and detention consequence. That's why it always says new journal entry. Huh. Weird. Oh, Elden Ring would be up there too, yeah. But I kind of view, like, From Software stuff as, like, one big... I kind of view, you know, Elden Ring stuff as, like, one big universe. It's hard to... Because, like, let's be real. I mean, like, you know, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3... Bloodborne, they're kind of similar, so it's just weird for me to say, like, Elden Ring would be up there, but not Dark Souls 3, not Bloodborne. Like, they would all kind of be there, you know what I mean? But, yeah, they would also be, yeah, top, because there's a difference, like, top 5 favorite games versus top 5 games to ever exist. There's a difference in my mind, you know, between those two things. Red Dead 2 is, like, not even in my top 5, like, favorite games, even though I think it's the best game ever made. But that might change after we 100% it and I get really invested in it. But, yeah, Elden Ring would be up there for sure. I mean, Elden Ring is, yeah, in my opinion, one of the best things ever created. Jose says, how do you feel about microtransactions? Not a fan. I mean, at the end of the day, like, what are microtransactions? They're obviously just, like, ways to nickel and dime everybody, right? So for me, it's like, okay, if you have an online game, something like Fortnite that's free and you can like, either put a lot of time into the game, get whatever credit and then do it that way. But you also have paid options. That's fine. Because like I come from MapleStory back in the day with a cash shop and whatever. Like I'm used to that. So I get that. That's okay. If you have microtransactions for a single player game, like the whole Dragon's Dogma 2 thing, which you don't need to buy that stuff, so that's one thing, but it's still skeezy. I don't care what anybody says. It's still really ridiculous to, like, have an entirely, single player game and then have, like, microtransactions to nickel and dime everybody. I think that's silly, so yeah. In general, like, single player stuff, I'm not a fan at all, but in multiplayer, I can understand, like, doing cosmetics and whatever. You have to have some sort of incentive. Can't wait until you get into the story more with Act 2 and 3. I know. I was just added to the pile of, things I got to get to. But I know I'll love it. I know I will. It's just too many projects, Okay, guess I'm going to have to look this up because I don't know how the heck this is supposed to start. The Wolf Queen Part 2. The Wolf Queen Book 2. Is it the Wolf Queen Awakened? Is that the second quest? Quest giver courier, the man who cried wolf, which we did, right? After you complete the man who cried wolf, you'll soon discover that your battle with Potema is not over. Once you have leveled up, you have to level up. Weird. That's a weird requirement. Okay, so we have to get a level to do this. Okay, so what else we got? We got fishing, and then everything else is Dragonborn DLC. I mean, we could do Saints and Seducers. It's pretty epic. Oh, there's a really cool one, though. Yeah, I was looking at this one last time. Okay. We'll do that, because that sounds epic as hell. Outer Wild's great, yeah. What's up, Young King K? Welcome in. Soul Stare says, I enjoyed Elden Ring, but I do think it's greatly overrated. It's too big for its own good and fully of repeated content. If the game was just the legacy dungeons, it'd be a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, that's my big negative with Elden Ring, but there's so much good stuff in it that it kind of overwrites the negatives for me. But yes, the ending areas are way too big and filled with nothing, and it really kind of like once you get to like the last fourth of the game, I feel like it should end. It kind of drags on a bit with like the mountaintops of the giants and stuff. The weak endings, weak ending areas. I agree with you, but like I said, the good stuff overpowers it because there's so much good stuff in that game. A lot of attention to detail and cool things. Every pelt you have, you'll lose if you die, but if you have a legendary pelt and you die, you'll lose the pelt, but all the upgraded associated will still be available at the Trapper. Yes, I do know you cannot lose the legendary pelts. Like, they'll show up at the Trapper, which is fine with me because we'll find other ways to get money. Yeah, Elden Ring's not a perfect 10 out of 10. It's unfortunate because it's one of those things where like they didn't have to put that much content in. It would have been a tighter experience had they kind of cut it short a bit. Because you got like Farum Azula, you got Mountaintops of the Giants, you got that little weird shadow zone. It's like once you get to those areas, it just feels like it should have wrapped up. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. Got to level up for it to trigger. Yep. So we will attempt to level up, but there's a really cool thing I'm excited for in Windhelm. So let's go to Windhelm. FromSoft is really only judgeable from a gameplay standpoint, which is the most fun gameplay I've ever had. I mean, I think it's the environments as well. I think it's the aesthetic. I think it's the voice acting, and it's very like unique vibe with FromSoft, Soulsborne type games. So it's kind of, you don't get as much cinematic story, whatever, but I feel like it's all kind of a package deal, Okay, where is the new Nisus Corner Club, which I just mentioned in that one short I did about Malborn. I think this place is like back here, right? I don't think I've ever even been in this place. I don't remember ever, because New Nisus is like, Nisus is a city in Morrowind. This is like a new nice, whatever, like a refugee tavern or something for dark elves. Pretty weird. Pokemon early gens come into the conversation. Yeah, exactly. Favorite games versus best games is different because some stuff's just going to click with you. Like, I love Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2 and Lightning Returns 13, but I don't think they're good games. I just like them for whatever reason. At the time that I played them, you know, it was just a special situation. Red Dead Redemption 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 are so story-driven and a huge part of the game. Stories in the background for FromSoft. Yeah. Unless you're doing the whole read the lore and all that sort of stuff, which people are obviously huge on. The co-op gameplay. See, for me, it doesn't come into account because I have to play FromSoft games solo because I have to learn the bosses and beat them alone. That's the whole fun for me, basically. But yeah. They just want to be weird with the co-op. It's always been like that since, like, literally Demon's Souls, right? Collect the debts and beat the guy up. I know. Somebody made that. That's why I really had to hold my tongue with the with that scene. Yeah, because I wanted to say it. Like, man, this scene's really important, and it's like such a small little weird side quest. But yeah, I love that detail. Someone had to like tell me that, like on a stream or something. I think it's crazy. Yeah, it is annoying. That's why there's like seamless co-op modes or mods or whatever. Brendan Kovalson, welcome in. Or no, I've already said hi to you. Say, I feel that I'm also trying to finish Baldur's Gate 3. Too busy. Yeah. It's a travesty because I would love it to death, and I loved Act 1 to death. It's such a commitment, man. It's a huge commitment. What's up, Mr. Nailhead? Welcome in. I have just under 400 hours on Elden Ring. The part I always dread on new playthroughs is Mountaintop and Furumazula. Furumazula looks very cool, but the area is such a chore. Wrapped it up easier and earlier in Lane Dell. The DLC had great pacing. The DLC did have great pacing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, once you get to Lane Dell, it's so massive and extensive to explore. It's like to go past that with like 2 or 3 other areas was just like it was too much. I was done at that point. I was like, okay, this needed to wrap up. But it's a weird thing because I know people are like, bigger the game, the better. You get more value, but I don't know. Pacing-wise, it's a little long in the tooth. But I agree, yeah, the DLC was very, much more balanced, you know. All right, let's catch up with the chat because we got a big letter here. Didn't mind Faroum because it looks awesome. Mountaintops feels lazy. It is very lazy compared to the rest of the game, without a doubt. What's up, Obstacle? Welcome in. Hello. What's up, Sarcasm, who says, have you gotten the Hobgobbler's Cleaver? Well, your name is Sarcasm, and that almost sounds like a fake weapon. Is that real? I don't think I have. Chrono Trigger, classic. Persona 5, about 150 hours in. I loved Persona 5. Oh, man. I went into that just needing something to play, and I ended up falling in love with the Persona series. So good. Yeah, you talk about the Re-Fantasio, whatever the heck the heck that game is called. I really want to play that, but that's just way too big of a commitment right now. Do you still play Pokemon? If not, when did you stop? Yes, I actually have a full Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke that we completed recently on the second channel, GV, and I loved it. I was very invested in that series. And yeah, I've really been wanting to play something off camera as well. Probably Soul Silver. I want to record it though because like I know it's going to be a really good playthrough. I just don't know where to put it. There's not really room for it. So I might just play it off camera, casually or whatever, but yeah, no, I've, after doing that Nuzlocke, you really have to, like, use your smarts and, like, learn the game, which is funny, because it's so easy casually. But, yeah, it made me really kind of re-fall back in love with Pokemon, so definitely more to come, on or off camera. I don't know. Who's writing this letter? I don't know. We cross into Skyrim under the cover of Ashfall. As far as anyone knows, we're shipping refugees, just one in a long line of vagrant caravans escaping the wrath of the Red Mountain. Normally, a story like that would be enough to get us through, but not this time. Now, I've been a caravan guard for some time, and I've seen some pretty extensive security measures. Locks, chains, the works. One client even had a conjurer summon a Daedra to guard his wagon, but even compared to that, this seems excessive. For one, everything has a code name. The cargo, the guards, even the horse. As for the caravans, to keep it familiar, we've each been given a name for one of the great houses. Of course, some of the guards didn't like that part. One of the new bloods said he'd rather bend the knee to a guar than wear the name of House Dress. But Captain Inados brought him in line with the point of his blade, and the rest followed. You'd think the Red Year would unite us, but it seems like there's old scars that haven't healed and old scores that haven't been settled. But at the end of the day, none of that matters. The job's the job. Like the captain said, at least they didn't name us after the boots. We've also got several decoy caravans heading out throughout Skyrim, all the way to some undisclosed location in Hammerfell. But since that's not enough, each caravan will meet up at preset checkpoints and swap their items out. That means different decoys traveling different paths every step of the way. With the refugee garb, they say we should blend right in, and on the off chance we don't, we've got runners set to flee to the next village. Hidden compartments, anything you could think of. Still, if you ask me, all of it sounds like a waste of time. I'm no scholar, but those 2 bits of cargo don't look like anything special, just a fancy way to bash some poor Flaz Scullin? I don't remember that in Dwemer, or in Dunmer speak. With all the chaos bleeding out of Vardenfell, we made it to Windhelm without so much as a paper cut. Come morning, we're heading out west along the river towards Nightgate Inn. If all goes well, we'll reach the mountain pass by midday. Still, we'd get there sooner if not for all of the stops. I really like how much Morrowind and Oblivion they put into these Anniversary Edition quests. Because this is very like Morrowind. Legends Lost. I found one of the letters which details the routes of both the caravans as well as the decoys assigned to misdirect potential thieves. According to the letter, the first caravan was headed west toward Nightgate Inn. Perhaps following its trail would lead to another clue. Okay. Let's head over there. Which Souls game do you think has the best balance of content to pacing? Well, Dark Souls, I love Demon Souls, but it's pretty simplistic, you know. Dark Souls 1 has a really weak ending as well, unfortunately, even though I love it. Dark Souls 2 is, a lot of its design is like quantity over quality. Dark Souls 3, yeah, it'd probably be Dark Souls 3. I feel like Dark Souls 3's pacing is really good. Bloodborne is also really good, although there's some weak bosses. That's always my big negative to it. Although the DLC is very well paced. Elden Ring, yeah, a little long in the tooth, and that's everything, right? Yeah, probably, I would say Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne might be comparable. Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne probably have the best pacing, handcrafted experience, I would say, personally. Good says 187 hours to 100% Red Dead Redemption 2. Seems like it would be even more to me, but what do I know? Google. God, 200 hours? Yeah, that sounds about right. I would say so. That was kind of how I put like 150, I think, in 100%ing Persona 5 for the first time. That was because I messed up and I had to do like a whole half of a semester again or something. Blah, blah, blah. Old caravan chest with the carriage driver's note. Bloodborne. Yeah. Dark Souls 3. Yeah. Yep. One of those two. Please record Gen 2. That's my most anticipated one from you. That or Gen 5. Yeah, I just don't... I'm just doing a lot, and I definitely don't want to run into the problem of, like, not being able to balance all the content, which I have in the past. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like not recording it would be a waste. But I also would have to emulate, which I really don't like doing, unless there's some easy way to, like, be able to record Soul Silver. Because I do have Soul Silver. But I'm assuming you still have to, like, send in your DS to get modified or whatever the heck. Like you had to do in the past. I don't know. There's some logistical things I'd have to figure out. It happened sometime after we crossed deeper into the mountains, but I swear I could hear ringing, singing. Tuneless, very quiet, but singing nonetheless. No one else believes me, but I'd bet my bottom Drake that it had something to do with the dwarven machines attacking us last night. I'd never heard of these things leaving their ruins, let alone roaming the countryside going after travelers. It's almost as if they were drawn to the music. Tonight we're handing the cargo off to the Sadras caravan, and I say good riddance. But the captain says we're going to eventually circle back to Whiterun, which means we could see the cargo again. If that happens, I'm getting off this caravan. I don't care about the gold. I haven't slept for days, and I feel like I'm losing my mind. Even now, I can hear that awful singing in my head. I just want it to stop. Oh, yeah, because I know what this is about. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, very excited to get the rewards from this quest. They're a classic. Classic. Okay, find the second caravan. Read the carriage driver's note. We literally just did that, didn't we? Carriage driver's note. I read it. But when I see you play Gen 2 for so long... Yeah, Soul Silver and probably Black or White 2. Because I feel like Black or White 2... Black and White 2 is way better than Black and White 1, right? It's been a long time since I played Black and White. But I remember people thinking like 2 was like a big step up. So, yeah, probably Black 2 and... Soul Silver are my current really want to play Pokemon games. So, yeah, maybe I'll record. Because, you know, when you really, really want to play something, it usually makes for a good series. Original Gen 2 or the remakes. I kind of want to do original, but I just know I'm going to like... I know the remakes, like, fixed a lot of the balance issues, from what I remember. Because, like, a lot of people... Like, I love Gen 2, but I've heard so much that, like, going back to it, it's really not a balanced Pokemon game that much. So, I just have a feeling, like... I want to do 2 for the pure nostalgia, but I feel like Soul Silver will be a huge improvement, which I'm sure 100%ed back in the day. I just don't remember. It's been so long at this point.
Baba dabba doo, baba dabba doo, baba dabba doo.
How many deaths did you have in the Nuzlocke? It was a decent amount early, but after we got like maybe halfway through, it was sporadic. So I don't know the total number, but it was a good amount of death. Yeah, there's some tragic deaths. But what is chasing me? But yeah, we get to a good... I was able to kind of like, you know, figure things out for the most part. But then, yeah, when we would have a death later in the series, it really freaking sucked. Because by that point, it was way worse to have a death. You know. Remake. Yeah, I know everybody loves Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So again, I want to do it for the nostalgia, but I know Soul Silver is just like probably such a massive improvement. You know. Oh, Platinum. Yeah, I would like to do Platinum too. I'm not like as big of a fan as Gen 4 as other people are, but I do remember loving Platinum the first time I played it. Big improvement on Diamond and Pearl. Elden Ring is such a damn chore to replay as well because all the running around on Torrent getting seeds and tears. Yeah, that's why, like, you know, I'd be totally fine if they went back to like a more single player linear, or not single player, you know what I mean? If they went back towards a more like linear style like Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3, because yeah, it's like Elden Ring's obviously a massive commitment compared to those, which you can run through quite quickly in comparison. First Souls games I not felt the urge to replay. I feel the urge to replay it, but I will say there's a blandness with Elden Ring. It's not bland's not really the right word. It's, how do I describe it? It's like, I feel like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, all that stuff, I feel like it's more flavorful. It's probably just because they're more, you know, linear, like I said, but yeah, they're like the way Elden Ring feels. It's cool. I like the vibe. But it doesn't draw me back in as much as, like, Bloodborne does, for instance. Search Skeleton. CD Guard's Note. CD Guard's Note. 188 hours of my last Honor Mode Baldur's Gate 3 run. Holy crap. Sheer amount of slappy enemies? In what? Elden Ring? What do you mean by slappy? Definitely prefer the linearity of the Souls formula. Elden Ring was great, but not something I want more of. It's like the Breath of the Wild situation for me. It's like, listen, I recognize Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is amazing, but I really want a traditional Zelda experience. I do not need Breath of the Wild 3. Let's tone it down a bit, which we got Echoes of Wisdom, which more like a Link's Awakening style or whatever, but yeah, I'd like the next FromSoft to be kind of more, you know, Bloodborne 2 would be my number one want. Telvanni handed the cargo off to us at the checkpoint. They seemed a bit on edge, but they aren't sharing details exactly, just that they were attacked by dwarven machines. Bunch of useless fetches, all of them. We also had a surprise visit from the Hlalu caravan. I love the word Hlalu. The whole crew was an odd bunch, more scholars and farmers than warriors, I'd say, but a few were just my type. I tried to chat it up with the fetching raven-haired girl, but she kept those sultry red eyes fixed on the cargo as it changed hands. In any case, the main package is secured, but there's fear it was damaged during the transport. Oddly, the Hlalu captain didn't seem too concerned about it. He and the boss talked for a bit by themselves. I tried my luck with the raven-haired tart once more, and she told me her name was Valine. She asked whether Captain Inodes would be at the next checkpoint. I told her no, but the truth is I don't even know. I don't know why she cared anyway. Their cargo was a decoy. The real package is going to Indril at the next stop. Once that's delivered, I'm hearing we might stop for a day or two in Whiterun to get our bearings. The captain of the Indril caravan is a Nord, and he mentioned heading over to the Hall of the Dead to pay his respects. That's fine, I'll be paying mine at the tavern. Hopefully I'll get a chance to buy sweet little Valine a drink. Bro, she's just not that into you. Bro. She's just not that into you. Okay. Find evidence of the caravans in Whiterun. So somebody's taken down all these caravans, basically. Oh, literally in Whiterun. Okay. Persona 5 Royal takes 100 hours. Oh my god. Damn. I really need to play that, but yeah, that's brutal. Better off. They do have differences in stories, gyms, and some events, though, so both are worth playing eventually. They are better. Black 2 and White 2. Smells like a fart in here, and it was not me. I'm wondering if it was Yen, because I don't know. I wonder how rare. God, it really smells like... Greyjoy's back there, too. Maybe he did it. I swear it was them. And just the main story, 100 hours. Yeah, that's insane, but JRPG is going to JRPG, obviously. Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Well, shit. Froda. Or maybe it's Cindy cooking with, I know she wanted to cook with, like, black salt or whatever. Some sort of salt that has, like, a sulfuric taste or something like that. Because it definitely smells like a fart in this room now. I would love for you to do Soul Silver. Also love Gen 2, but Soul Silver is the way to go. Yeah, Gen 2 was, like, hugely nostalgic for me as a kid, but it's also going to be rough around the edges. Although, Gen 1, I have been playing Gen 1, Pokemon Yellow, and it's doable. It's definitely Gen 1, obviously. We met with Sadros and picked up the cargo. At least the captain seemed in better spirits, but the others looked exhausted. To make matters worse, the air was flush with news about the caravan who didn't make it, sieged by dwarven automatons on the road to Whiterun. My worry is such fears will find their way into the minds of my men, especially when the details of their stories seem to corroborate. It only serves to throw more kindling on the flame. Hopefully the other captains have a plan. We've had a few deserters already, and will need every available body if these attacks continue. It'll be difficult to convince the men to leave the safety of the tavern for the terrors of the unknown. Even without this dwarven nonsense, the road ahead will only get more perilous, given the copious bandits, wolves, and other dangers on the road. Captain Inodiz has asked us to take a detour with the dress caravan to Falkreath. Staying off the main road might provide us some cover. So yeah, it sounds like they're moving something important, and they keep getting hit by squads of Dwemer automatons, which is very bizarre. But I'm imagining we're getting close to the end of the story soon. Bum, 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 bum. OG Gen 2 is definitely unbalanced and sort of unenjoyable. Heart Gold, Soul Silver always seemed fine to me, so assuming they address that with the introduction of nature's special and physical attacks. And not types. I know people love it. Like I said, I played it when it first came out. I had the Poke Walker and everything. Soul Silver, because I love silver. Yeah. I played Soul Silver when it first came out, which, God, if you... imagine if you bought, like, 3 copies of that or something, because they're worth a gold mine now. But,
Go fiddling with any locks around here.
But, yeah, I know people love them. They're regarded as probably the best, if not one of the best Pokemon remakes ever made. Because, yeah, I know the original Gen 2 has, like, a ton of balance issues or something, which, as a kid, I had no idea about. I just used Typhlosion and it exploded everybody. You know what I mean? It's in Gen 4, so it has the physical special split instead of the types being physical or special. Yep, which, honestly, I can't believe I got through that Emerald Nuzlocke because... yeah, always forgetting, you know, what was physical, what was special. That was very tough. It was hard to remember, too, which people kept leaving comments with the, you know, the table, but I basically just needed to have it written down and put next to me because it was very hard to remember. Skeleton with the attunement crystal. Ooh. And Valine's oh, this, man, they all turn to skeletons quite quick, right? I agree, the other Souls games are much more handcrafted since it's a smaller scale. I didn't really like Totka that much. It was good, but reusing the same map really made it boring for me. The islands and underground stuff is interesting, and the story is awesome, though. Felt like a large-scale DLC. Yeah, as far as I understand, like, I never finished it. I got really close to the end, and I literally didn't know what to do. I, like, went into the pit or whatever and tried to find out where to go next, and I was like... I think it just stopped it for me because I was like, I don't want to look up where to go, but I literally don't know where to go. But anyways, yeah, it's... For me, Zelda is so cool because, like, you have so many different worlds, timelines, gimmicks, cool characters and companions. I don't think it's a good series to just kind of repeat the same style, which obviously you can come back to it, whatever. You have Ocarina and Majora's, but I don't know. It was a disappointment for me simply because Zelda's just not the type of game that gets usually like a direct sequel, you know? So, I don't know. Apparently it's a super good game. It didn't really scratch the itch for me. Like Breath of the Wild did even, because it was new at the time.
Inados, the reports are right. Wraithgard and Sundar are singing, sending a signal out to anyone that might be listening. I don't know how, but I think I know why. The tools were only meant to be used on Numidium. It makes sense that they would never be allowed to leave Morrowind. To ensure this, Kagranak must have put in a failsafe system. If the tools were ever stolen, drones would be activated across Tamriel to recover them. The drones would then store the items in a vault until a tonal architect could fetch them. Unfortunately, as I suspected, that information was enough for some of the captains to betray us and change course. They no longer care about the artifacts of the job. They consider the cargo to be a death trap and are taking measures to unload it. Your caravan might think they were carrying the tools, but Sadras and Hlalu swapped them before we ever got to Whiterun and intentionally gave them up to the retrieval drones. Fortunately, I managed to track the drones back to a vault near Winterhold, what the locals call the Sightless Pit. Oh, classic. I've also discovered the vault can be opened with an attunement crystal, which I've sent along with this letter. As I am no warrior, I dare not venture inside without you. Hopefully this message reaches your party in time, for I know we are of like mind. As a scholar, I want to see the artifacts delivered to my master, and you have always been someone who does not shirk his duty. I have faith that you and your crew can return north and repair this mistake. Valine. Weird. Okay. And you're on a chest. Old caravan chest. Thanks. So, the Sightless Pit, huh? Okay. That's from what I remember, a very big zone. Soul Stare says, by slappy enemies, I mean... Ooh, pit entrance. The ones with seemingly endless, rapid, swinging combos. Less about telegraphing attacks and more waiting for them to stop. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That was kind of an issue that I had as well. Like, it's weird, because, like, half of Elden Ring with that sort of design I really like. Because it's like, okay, they know a bunch of, like, Souls veterans are coming into this. They want to, like, trip them up, right? So it's like, when you have, like, you know, Morgott, whatever. The first iteration of Morgott, or whatever, at the, entrance to Stormvale Castle. You know, how he kind of, like, waits and drags his weapons to attack you. I actually like that. I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, because it really throws you off compared to, like, you know, a Dark Souls 3 boss that just goes, bam, which you can kind of see coming. So, yeah, I like that. But, yeah, certain enemies, you know, like Millennia, yeah, it wasn't... those types of bosses were not as fun for me as past Souls, you know, offerings, because, yeah, they just don't stop attacking. And then same thing with the DLC, Commander Gaius, certain whatever, although Commander Gaius, I guess, was a different issue. But, like, yeah, certain bosses in the DLC, like, half of them I really liked. Mesmer, you know, I thought was a really cool balanced fight. Difficult, but, you know, doable. But some of them were just like, yeah, they don't stop. They just keep going. And I thought that they kind of missed the mark a little bit in terms of, like, what feels good is, like, yeah, kind of, you know, seeing a boss wind up about to attack you and kind of knowing when to block or when to roll or do whatever. That feels good. But, like, when the bosses literally don't stop for a lot of times, yeah, it wasn't as fun for me as, like, half of Elden Ring or Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3, for instance. So, yeah, whatever they do next, I really hope they kind of tone it down a bit, which I understand. Some people would be like, well, get good, but I think I've put enough hours into it to, like, be able to have that opinion, you know what I mean? But yeah, I get what you mean is what I'm saying. What the hell? Took the same world, augmented it, gave Link new abilities, and made some new missions. From what I remember, because I really did not, I have to go back and like do a whole new playthrough of Totka because I didn't do a lot of it. I did do most of the main story. I think I got to the end of it and I never finished it. But from what I remember, it was a very quality game and it was definitely worth the money and all that. It's just that, yeah, I'm with you. I didn't really like the move of like making the same map just with kind of like a new underground map and some sky stuff and whatever. I would have much preferred like a new adventure, or if you have to do Breath of the Wild, take it to a new land. Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of like the same scenery from Breath of the Wild, even though I'm sure they did an amazing job. And I think I did all the shrines too, didn't I? Yeah, I did all the shrines, and I remember they definitely at least were not as interesting as the Breath of the Wild shrines. I feel like they kind of used up a lot of their ideas in Breath of the Wild, and then the Totka ones were just like not as fleshed out. So, yeah, in my opinion, I hope we get back to a more switching up Zelda next time, basically. But what do I know? Soulstare Frog says, which of the games you've played has made you the most emotional? I just asked this question on my Red Dead 2 playthrough, I think. Yeah, it's weird. Like, Last of Us Part 2 did that, but also it was like during a drunk stream, and I remember being like really drunk, and I remember the alcohol getting to me, and it made me like really emotional in the moment. Although I still would have been emotional at the end to Last of Us Part 2, but I think the more real answer is playing Red Dead Redemption 2 off camera for the first time. I think that really hit me. And Red Dead 1 did too, but I don't think as hard. But yeah, Red Dead 2, man, the whole ending like segment and the epilogue and everything, extremely like, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because we're obviously doing it on this channel, but it was very emotionally impactful, I'll just say, for a lot of different reasons. So yeah, I would probably say Red Dead 2, honestly. Although there's a lot of games that had a big impact. Outer Wilds, Hollow Knight, I think even. BioShock. Oh yeah, BioShock Infinite. Yeah, BioShock 1, but BioShock Infinite to more of an extent. Not so much BioShock 2. That's more of like a gameplay game, I feel like. But yeah, there's been a lot. RPS says, just do a Nuz Gen 2. I feel like that would be a great challenge, even though Ho-Oh is greater than Lugia, but we ain't going to talk about that. How dare you? Lugia is sick as hell. And I forgot Lugia is psychic? Wait, is Lugia psychic, or was that a type change or something? Because I swear to God, like when I was a kid, I think I thought that Lugia was like flying type only or something. Lugia is sick as hell, one of the best Pokemon ever made, and I never liked Ho-Oh because of the big giant chicken. Although I do have more respect for it now. I do think Ho-Oh is cool now, but when I was a kid, I saw, gold, and I was like, nope, I don't like that Pokemon. It's got to be Lugia for me. Falmer Shadow Master. Come here. Come here. Come here. Gotcha. Gotcha. Doop-a-doo, dip-a-doo, dip-a-doo. Have you ever played Fire Red Leaf Green, the Generation 1 remakes? I think we did. Did we do it on Temple of Zrib? What the heck? I think we did Fire Red or Leaf Green somewhere. I think we started like on Twitch but never finished it. I have never beaten Fire Red or Leaf Green, and I did not play it when they first came out. So I would like to do it. It was a little simplistic playing it, after playing like a lot of Gen 1 as a kid. It was like, it kind of felt like, okay, well, I get, I'm getting how this is going. Oh my God. But, yeah, I do want to I definitely want to go back and like actually beat Fire Red or Leaf Green when I get a chance. Because, nope, I played a decent amount of it, but I never actually like beat it or anything. No, oh my God, literally last hit. The literal last hit. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lugia. He was, I don't like legendary Pokemon in general, but Lugia was one of my favorites, especially, yeah, because Pokemon Silver was huge for me as a kid. Huge for me as a kid. So Lugia was epic to me. Even though I don't think I ever used legendaries even as a kid. For whatever reason, they just feel like... I think for me, like, legendaries have always felt like cheating. Wow, they killed him instantly. What the heck? Was he, like, low health? Holy moly, rest in peace. You've served me well, though. Yeah, I think I always felt like using legendaries was cheating or something. It just didn't feel like... I don't know. It doesn't, like, scratch the same itch as, like, normal Pokemon do for me, if that makes sense. Gotcha. I hate that he still discovers me. Like, that's ridiculous. No! Whirlwind Sprint! What the heck? Alright. Mehrunes Razor, I'm gonna need you to trigger if you could, please. Because this guy is freaking strong as hell. Mehrunes Razor. Okay, we'll do that. That's fine. We really need a better... Why have I not upgraded my healing spell yet? Bum, 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 bum. Zabadoo, babadoo. What's up, Tommy, who says, hey, GV, are you ever going to bring back the podcast? I mean, to bring back the podcast, it would basically take this channel, like, exploding again, which, who knows? I mean, you know, maybe we do Red Dead 2 and somewhere on episode 100 or something, it just starts to pick up a lot of traction, kind of leads to the same thing that happened with the first Skyrim 100%. Who the heck knows the future? But... yeah, I think if we ever brought the podcast back, I would basically need to kind of have a second, like, big wind for this channel. Get some, you know, notoriety, get some clout, whatever you want to call it. That way I could, like, you know, interview some cool guests and whatever. So, I mean, it could happen. If that were to happen, it's unlikely. But, yeah, I'd be willing to. What's up, the Haunted Hierophant? Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it. Desu says, I actually really enjoyed the Consort Radon fight after practicing it forever. It's super fun once you get his attacks down. I do think I was a little hard on it. I was really, really frustrated learning that fight to make a guide for it because I really wanted to, like, finish it, get the guide out, and it was just... it was... I still don't think I would like it, but I was probably somewhat harsh on it. Because, you know, I think with all the light flashbang effects and all that sort of stuff, I think I just thought, like, my God, this is just, like, visual diarrhea, you know? But, yeah, looking back, I do think there was strategy to it more so than I wanted to admit. But I still don't think I'll ever like it, especially as the ending of that DLC. I like the idea, but not the implementation. Fuse system in Taka made Shrine so annoying for me because there's so many options as to what you can use. Yeah, it's the point for sure, but I definitely prefer... yeah, the Sightless Pit. Look at that. I remember this was a big Skyrim hidden treasure back in the day. Yeah, that was the point, and I get that's where they were going with Totka, but I for sure preferred, like, the style of the shrines in the first game way more than the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, the Tears of the Kingdom ones, I can't even, like, remember them. But the Breath of the Wild ones, I remember, like, oh, it's this shrine. Oh, it's this shrine, you know what I mean? Whoop. I hate that they discover me immediately. It's like I have maxed out stealth, dude. You should still find it hard to discover me, I feel like. Psychic Flying who lives in the ocean, yep. Do you prefer linear Zelda pre-Breath of the Wild or open world? Pre-Breath of the Wild for sure. Like, I think Breath of the Wild is a masterpiece, and I think it's great. But I think it's very different from Zelda, you know? And I know that's like old man yelling at the sky, but yeah, definitely pre-Breath of the Wild. I mean, Zelda is such like a memorable series to me, and Breath of the Wild becoming like an open world game, I think was smart and obviously massively successful. But as far as my personal preference, yeah, I prefer the more classic style way more personally. I just love like cool dungeons that you can like get a really cool item that does a really cool thing, and then you can also use it in the overworld, but then you use it to solve puzzles in the like I love it. It's like genius how Zelda's like set up. And in my opinion, like the Divine Beasts, which is the closest thing we get to the dungeons outside of the shrines, very like the weakest part by far of like Breath of the Wild was the Divine Beasts. Huge letdown for me personally. Pokemon who have signature moves. I love when they do that. I wish they did it more, honestly. Signature moves is a very cool feature of Pokemon. Eventually played Radical Red. Sorry, I'm missing some chat. Feel free to repost it. Fire red, leaf green, full color. Yeah, exactly. That was kind of my take on it. Was like, if you're going from like Gen 3 to fire red, leaf green, it's just it feels a little simplistic. You know, still good, obviously. Just, I don't know. I wanted a more meatier game. You know what I mean? Ba ba ba. Yeah. Yeah, when you get a legendary, they're already like, yeah, got an OP moveset. I was gonna use Rayquaza in the Nuzlocke because I was like, I got to win. I need to win. And then I looked into it. It's like Rayquaza is basically a free win if you're playing Emerald and you get Rayquaza before the Elite Four. And I was like, okay, well I don't want to do that. Please do not discuss anti-Islamic topics in the chat because Pokemon is against my religion. Well, I would say that's like about, what are we thinking? Like 93% a troll, maybe 7%. Ollie actually means what they're saying. In which case, you know, if it's the 7% where you're actually saying like, please don't discuss Pokemon because it's against my religion, I would counter that with like, well, I mean, listen, I don't think the world should cater what we discuss to somebody that may or may not have a particular religion that something goes against, you know what I mean? Especially in a conversational environment. Staff of the Flame Atronac summons a Flame Atronac for 60 seconds where the caster is pointing. Boring. Pokemon is inherently anti-Islamic and we will not refrain from mentioning it. I'm assuming that's a joke. I'm hoping that's a joke. I do know Pokemon obviously was like against religion of like I have a friend that's religious and like, you know, he never played Pokemon as a kid because yeah, he grew up religious and it was like, you know, considered, I guess it's the whole evolution angle, but yeah, I do know religion does brush up against Pokemon at some points or has in the past or whatever. But I'm hoping that's a joke. Is Pokemon considered what would be anti-Islamic? I've never even heard that. But I don't know much about Islam, to be honest. Most likely a troll, I would say. What's up, Double D? Welcome in. Hellfire waits those who hold Pokeballs. So, like, Ash catch them and, like, other trainers. I've held toy Pokeballs, but not a real-life Pokeball. I would love to. That was one of my biggest wishes as a kid. Yeah. The anti-Pokemon stance that religious people took back in the day was pretty wild. I remember as a kid being told it was the devil's game and stuff along those lines. I didn't grow up religious, so I didn't really, like, have that experience at all, but I did. I think there was, like, a weird thing. I think there was a weird thing where I went to, like, a Boy Scout, like, recruitment. There was, like, some really weird thing where, like, I went to, like, a Boy Scout recruitment, like, seminar, whatever the heck you want to call it. Basically, I had a friend who was a Boy Scout, and, like, they were trying to, you know, get new people to join up or whatever. And I feel like there was something there where, like, somebody had to say no because they were religious, and because they were offering a free Pokemon card if you went. They were bribing kids with Pokemon cards, basically. I feel like there was something weird with that. That's a very vague memory. Ba 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 ba. Push back against Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. That was a big one. Mortal Kombat. Ba ba ba. Beep beep. Oh. I wait for you, mortal. Okay. Good job, Lucien Lachance. Ba ba ba. Didn't have low punny to worry about back then. Yeah, low punny and Gardevoir. Abandoned cave. Digimon is permitted by the grace of Muhammad. Oh, that's good. Okay. Digital monsters are okay, but normal pocket monsters are not. Gotcha. Makes sense. First game I ever beat was A Link to the Past, blew my tiny mind. I wish I had played that. There's certain, like, mainstay legendary games that I never... You know, I was playing games at the time
in life
at that system. on that system. But also, like, yeah, we didn't have money growing up, so it was like, you know, whatever we could find at a what do you call it, flea market or whatever. Like, it wasn't really something like, ooh, this game's coming out, let's play this. It was more so, you know, what did my friends have that we could trade? What could we rent from Blockbuster or whatever? It was more, what did we have available? But yeah, I didn't play Link to the Past until way later on the Game Boy. And I loved it. So good. Masterpiece, obviously. Charizard, then it's the wrong religion. I also prefer the old school Zelda style waiting. I know. The only thing that I could think of is like they're literally waiting for the Switch 2 to release like maybe like a launch, you know, Twilight Princess remaster, remake, whatever the hell. That's the only thing that I could think. Because like, why? Yeah, they would have absolutely released a Skyward Sword HD-esque Twilight Princess thing for the Switch. Free money. So I would just have to think Nintendo is just waiting for the Switch 2. That's the only thing I would think. Because I'm dying to replay Twilight Princess, you know? Okay. So here we go. Give some love to the Islamic Republic of Iran. Maybe if I knew more about it. I don't really... Honestly, I'm woefully ignorant with a lot of stuff that goes on in the Middle East. Even though I grew up in the midst of the war, or whatever, the Bush War. This game is cool with Daedra worship. Daedras are epic. The 90s were just crazy. People had never seen something explode the way Pokemon did. I know, and I was right there in the middle of it. It was a crazy time. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Took over for a little bit when I was in 5th grade. Jose says, what was your first Zelda game? Mine was the Wind Waker. I think my first Zelda game was the first Zelda game. I think, yeah. The Legend of Zelda on the NES. We definitely had the gold cart on the NES. And I'm pretty sure that's the first one I ever played. I didn't get far. It was that era where, like, you know, you're just trying to figure it out as a kid. And that was a very hard game to figure out. So I don't think I ever got far in it. But I definitely played a ton of it. Trying to figure out how to play it, you know. But first, like, real experience was probably Majora's Mask, which is probably why Majora's Mask is my favorite. Because, yeah, my mom's boyfriend at the time gifted me Ocarina for my birthday, I think when it was, like, relevant. And I was so scared. I remember I went to... First of all, I remember having to go across the street to get, like, my friend who was much older to, like, beat the first Deku Tree boss because I was terrified of it. And then also... I remember getting stuck at Jabu Jabu. Is he called... Because he's called Jabu Jabu in Echoes of Wisdom, but he's called Jabu Jabu in Ocarina too, right? Anyways, I remember getting stuck there and literally just quitting the game because I had no clue what to do. I got completely stuck. But then I came back and beat it on the 3DS version at some point. They all got worshippers in the game. What did that do? Because we got to figure out a way to open up these gates. We got these valves here. It seems to be doing something. But I don't know exactly what. The second valve? The third valve, perhaps. How about the fourth? Oh, that's Steam right there, right? So that Steam just came out. So maybe it's just like an order of operations? So that one, do we just like do it in order? Okay, we'll come back to that. Pokemon was anti-religious, kind of anti-religious. Seems like a joke to me. Art is art. If I'm being honest, I think it's a pretty flimsy... For what I remember, like, you know, it was a big thing against... Christians didn't like it or whatever because it, you know, taught evolution. But I think that's quite silly because, like, the games are not teaching evolution. It's simply, like, a gameplay mechanic. You know what I mean? So, for, like, entire religions to take, like, umbrage on that, it was... Like, really? I feel like there's better stuff we could be focusing on. But, yeah, there was a bit of that in the 90s. It was a weird time. Weird time. So the steam comes out of that, right? It was coming out of this, now it comes out of that? Is that what I'm seeing? Don't really understand the puzzle. doesn't seem to be doing anything. The only thing I can think of is that steam seemed to start coming out. So it's like this would be the starting point. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, and now the steam's coming out over there. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to pause here for a second, do a bathroom break real quick. We'll come back and talk, catch up with the chat, and then we'll figure it out. BRB. Shureru nanani huneturete boku wo. Okay. James Jones says, to be clear, Pokemon isn't anti-religious. It was just religious people who were anti-Pokemon. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like I said, the evolution thing, and I don't know. Listen, I've heard a lot of religious people finding like demons and stuff, and like stuff that, in my opinion, doesn't really have anything to do with that sort of thing. So, yeah, no, whatever. But yeah, the evolution thing was a little silly. Yo, Double D. I don't know what to call you because your name is DD. Obviously, I know you by other names, but thank you very much for the membership, Double D. Enjoy the early videos and stream benefits. Anything else? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, right? Because I did overhaul the memberships and the Patreon. So if anybody is a member here or a patron on Patreon or interested in that, check the description because, yeah, the memberships and the Patreon are set. They're going to be set. They're not going to be changed unless, you know, some major crazy thing happens or something. But, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I really try to make it worthwhile, you know, if you go the extra mile in support. So make sure to check your perks because there's a lot of perks. But the main one is if you're a member here on this channel, you do get videos as soon as they're uploaded. So make sure to check those out because people seem to be liking the Red Dead, so you get them early. And thank you very much, Double D. Appreciate the support. Bokuwo. A lot of stuff was banned by religious families back in the day. Pokemon encouraged evolution. Oh, yeah, the Harry Potter. Yeah, yeah, I don't want to put my friend's business out there, but that was... Maybe I'm confusing that. I think my friend, who is religious, was not allowed to engage with Pokemon and Harry Potter for those exact reasons. Witchcraft and evolution or whatever, you know, whatever people didn't like about Pokemon. Yeah. Harry Potter was the other big one. I forgot about that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was... Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of demons. There's a lot of demons in Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of demons in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. I've been watching so many compilations of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes in the card game and stuff from that YouTube channel, the dual logs. Oh, my God. I'm, like, Yu-Gi-Oh'd out, but it's been interesting. That's a throwback. Renting games from Blockbuster used to be so awesome. I loved it, man. It was like a ritual, you know. You go with your family, go get some cool game or whatever for the N64, some movie. It was a fun time. I really, really miss that. That's not a thing anymore. I had a Chiefs duffel bag full of old SNES games. Well, some of them might be worth a lot. I had a full case of GameCube games back when the GameCube was new, and went out with my friends walking into the forest or whatever and lost it. And to this day, we don't know if they stole it or, like, you know, I dropped it and someone else, you know, took it or whatever. But it's, God, that would have been worth so much money because GameCube games blew the hell up in terms of value. I'm scared to replay because I feel like right when I finish it, they're going to surprise announce a remake, remaster. Yeah, exactly. It's got to be like a launch title for Switch 2. I just got to think that. What's up, Brian? Lovejoy, welcome in. Will you be streaming this Friday? Yes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday moving forward. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Sorry for missing last Friday. We just, we basically had, like, no time. Cindy worked a lot this week, so we had to go out, get our costumes, make them for the Halloween party. So sorry for missing Friday, but yes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 6 p.m. Eastern time. Georg, yep, the spider guy. Yep. My first Pokemon game was Red. What was yours? Mine was Blue, I think. I remember specifically, my family went camping with, like, a bunch of other families or something. It was, like, some camping trip. And I remember there was, like, an older boy that had a Game Boy with Pokemon Blue. No idea what it was at the time. Had no clue what Pokemon was. Couldn't even get out of the room because I didn't realize the little, like, kind of mat where you, like, leave the room. I didn't even know how to, like, get out. But I think I have a distinct memory of... being in Viridian Forest and seeing, like, a Metapod. I just distinctly remember, like, encountering a Metapod, and that was guaranteed Blue version. So the first time I ever played Pokemon was Blue version. And then, you know, sometime... I probably got Red, though, whenever I finally got the game. I'm pretty sure I would have gone for Red, because I thought Charizard was epic. Jabu Jabu wasn't in... No, I'm talking about Ocarina, not Majora's Mask. I was stuck on Jabu Jabu and Ocarina. This isn't your chat. The chat to push your ideologies on anyone. Many other chats you can do that in. We don't take Pokemon literal. We just enjoy the game for what it is. I'm pretty sure they're joking. I don't think they actually... Is Islam anti-Pokemon? I don't even know if that's a thing. But I'm pretty sure they're just making a joke. But yeah, I'm not a religious person. But also, you know, to each their own. I don't really care if you talk about religion or do whatever as long as you respect everybody. First games were classic Game Boy. Then I moved to SNES, then to N64, then to PS1. Yeah, mine was kind of similar. I definitely started with, like, NES, then SNES, even though those things were, like... I played them, like, after other stuff was already out, because we just had whatever. Game Boy was later. N64 was the biggest one for me. The vocals, I'm going to make you a beat for some bars. I love singing. I think I do have some potential, but I would have to, like, learn how to actually sing, basically. Yeah, Dopamine. Yeah, but I just call him Double D here. Because it's like a nice Ed, and Eddie reference. What's up, Mitch? Welcome in. Any idea when a new early access Red Dead Redemption 2 video is going to go up? I'll probably record them tomorrow. This recording week is going to be weird because there's some new stuff happening and whatever, but I probably will record tomorrow, if not Wednesday, and then usually I edit and render and upload that same day. So most likely tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest. What's up, Rockstar5571? Welcome in. Kyle, the wrestling fan, says started and finished the main companion story today alone, but taking a break this evening since wrestling is on TV soon. Kyle, the wrestling fan, a wrestling fan? What the heck is happening in this world? What's up, Mark? Welcome in. Simpler times. Man, it's... God, I loved my childhood so much. I know a lot of people do not like their childhood, but when I think about my childhood, like, it's, you know, gaming, especially, a huge part of it. So many good memories. And yes, I know everybody says their childhood was simpler times, but yeah, the 90s before the internet boom and all that stuff, like, genuinely a much simpler time. Looking back on it, it's very fond for me. Like, I really want to start a family soon so we can, like, get Christmas memories going and stuff. Because I really, really, really miss that. I loved it as a kid. Okay, maybe we do this first. Bokuo! Rented family video. I don't think we had family video. ODST. Damn. By that time, I was definitely getting stuff at GameStop. I don't think we had Blockbusters at that time. Lost the GameCube. Yep, that was a big one because it sucked back then. But thinking about it now, like GameCube games are so expensive. Like, ugh, that was bad. Art is the devil. I think a lot of religious people are obviously very wary of things that they think, yeah, devilish stuff could be in. So I don't know. I could say a lot of things, but I want to be respectful. I'm not a religious person, and there's a lot of things that I disagree with tenets of religion and stuff like that. But I also, try to stay respectful, try to stay open-minded. I don't want to, judge someone that I haven't lived their life and had their upbringing and all that sort of stuff. Activate Vault Release Valve. Restore steam in the left valve and the right valve. Okay, so we gotta find a way to like move this steam along, basically. I remember bonding with my best friend. Both our sisters were cheerleaders, so always at their competitions we would just spend hours playing together, like Pokemon or just toys or something. Okay, so how is this working? We're like moving the steam along. So we're just literally, it's just telling me what to do? I don't understand the puzzle. Now it's back there. Oh, we're just like switching between the different pipes. We're trying to switch it over to this one, I guess. Okay, so now it's coming out of that. But that's not going to work. So do I have to like open up this? I really do not understand this puzzle. Steam comes from back there, but it's like trapped and isolated here. Now it's back there again, which is not doing anything for us. So I guess the question is, can I like fix this? Like, I feel like I'm supposed to block that or something. Am I supposed to use magic? Like, what are they trying to get me to do? I really don't understand this. Boku wa da 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 da. Because I need this steam to go from here up to this, but not go out of here and then go into this one. Right? Restore steam in the right valve system. Restore steam in the left valve system. Read Valine's letter. Like, where are we trying to get this to? That's what I'm confused by. Because, like, there's so many different pipes. And why is it, like, going to this one specifically? Okay, so now it's coming out of there, so maybe it's going this way, and that's just a vent, and it shows where it's going, so then it would go, like, up through this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so... I just don't get it. It's like isolated to... Wait, now that's moved. What? What changed to where now that's going from back there? Okay, so now that moves it. Okay. Yeah, so somehow we did move it to the left, but I don't even know how we did that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now it's coming out of that, so I'm going to change this one. Where's it coming out of? Back there. But no, it's coming from there. Okay, then there's there. Okay, so now we go over this one. It's seemingly like so random. Like, I understand what they're trying to get me to do, but there just doesn't seem to be like a rhyme or reason to it. Maybe I'm just not understanding. So does that work? Like, where am I trying to get this to? I really don't get it. Because there's this, and then maybe it like comes out of this wall or something. Like, where's the apparatus that I'm trying to put this into? I think like we're near it. I think it's maybe just this, like trying to get into that. Yeah, I think we're trying to get it like into this maybe. Childhood being poor, but I still look back on it fondly. Yeah, same for me. We did not have money at all, but it was a fun childhood. Okay, so maybe I changed this. Now it's over there. Now it's there. Okay, that was like crazy confusing. There's just like no way to really tell like where to start. All right, that's one. We didn't have computers in our pockets. We're slowly losing that generation. We did not. I remember getting an LG flip phone for the first time ever in like high school or middle school. It was like a huge deal. And then I washed it in the laundry and destroyed it. And that was a sad, sad day. Okay, so let's start this one a little bit smarter because I was a little confused there. Having spina bifida, my childhood could have been better, but even with that bad I endured, I wouldn't change that for the world. Hell yeah. I've heard of that malady, but I don't know much about it. Spinal ambifida, obviously something to do with the spine, I'm assuming. Okay, so you? See, like, why does it change it when it's behind it? That's what I don't get. That's what's really throwing me off. Okay. Now it's out of that. Now it's out of that one. So, like, now if I do this one... Okay, so now we gotta move this to the left. That goes all the way to the left, because we might have messed with this already. Wait, am I trying to get it over... Where am I trying to get this to? I just don't get it. I guess down there? I don't freaking know. Or is it coming from there? Like, I just wish it was, like, color-coded or something. It's so freaking confusing. I'm trying to get into the wall, right? Like before. But where? Like, is it coming from this? And I'm trying to do the opposite side, but then this doesn't really have, like, an end to it. Unless it's back here. Okay. Okay, that's good, right? Yeah, I really wish that was clearer, because that really... That puzzle really threw me off. This very Valve puzzle gave me a headache a few days ago. Yep, and me. I think they just needed to, like, make it clear where you were starting and stopping, because it looked the exact same. Quite confusing, but also maybe I'm just stupid. Oh. Defeat the messenger. Oh, and he survived it. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he survived my initial big giant blow-up hit. Okay. Marked for death. Oh my god, if we die here, that's horrible too. Oh my god, do I not have any healing potions at all? Seriously? I swear to god, we always run out of healing the exact moment I need healing. It's kind of insane. Okay, we should be fine. I have literal healing. Oh, and there's more. Fantastic. Okay. Switch to the boat. What arrows do I have right now? Yeah. 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 Probably gonna go for like an exploding arrow, I'm assuming. That'll do it. Can you? I'm trying to kill your dad. Hold on. Oh my god. No, 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 no. They're like literally right here. This is really annoying. I literally have nothing to help me, do I? We'll do that. And then I need some magicka. And then I need to back away, and I need to grab healing. And I need to back away. Would relive my childhood simply to experience the shot. Jesus. Alright, you need to go, dude. You're causing me major issues. Damn you. They're so fast, too. I can't even, like... Okay, Okay. What the hell? I don't want to do that just yet. Hold on. Okay, we need more magic. Baba dabba doo, baba dabba doo, baba dabba doo. The childhood sense of wonder and excitement. I know. I know. Ba 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 ba. I know. I remember being a kid and like every year for Christmas I was excited, right? Obviously it's Christmas, you're going to be excited anyways. But I remember like I was very excited not only for the presents, not only for seeing my family, not only for all that stuff, but like specifically the tree being put up and me being able to like take my action figures and have them fight on the different levels of the fake tree. I love that. I look forward to it every year. I did it every year. It was so much fun for me to have little like battles in the tree. And then slowly but surely it started not being fun anymore. And I just remember being like, what's happening? I don't understand. Obviously I was growing up and losing that sense of childhood, childlike wonder, whatever. I hate that. I hate that we lose that. I hate that so much. Like, that was such a source of, like, joy for me as a kid. Wraithguard and Sunder. There they are. Legends Lost. Okay, that was a huge quest. Holy crap. That was, like, super duper involved. Okay, so if you don't know, these were from Morrowind. Basically, in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, you have to get, like, 3 artifacts or whatever. One of them is Sunder the Hammer. Then you have to get, like, Wraithguard, which lets you hold Sunder, I think. And I'm forgetting about Keening, how that one worked. But, yeah, you can get Keening in vanilla Skyrim. It's, like, some weird quest I'm sure a lot of people miss in the College of Winterhold, I believe, to get Keening. It's like a very weird to activate quest. So yeah, you can get all 3, but I get, yeah, the Sunder and Wraithguard were not in this game until now. So this is very new to me and interesting because I love Morrowind. That was always really cool. I love when you have to collect like weird stuff. That's why I like Knights of the Nine as well. But Sunder does 5 points of frost, fire, shock damage each. Does 15 points of damage to stamina and magicka, but you needed the Wraithguard, right? So is that not how this works now? Because yeah, Wraithguard you needed to hold, or else Sunder I think would kill you if you didn't have these. Heavy armor resists shock, fire, frost, magic, disease, and poison by 10%. Empowers Keening and Sunder when equipped. Oh, now that's interesting. Empowers Keening and Sunder. So this does 5 to everything, and then 15 to stamina and magicka. And I'm assuming it does not kill me. Okay, now what if I put on Keening? Or Wraithguard? So how does that work? Oh yeah, now it's glowing too. Interesting. Does that actually change it? It says the same thing. So how do we maybe if I go to active effects, maybe it's got like a thing here. Empowered Sunder. Yep. Wraithguard empowers Sunder. Your stamina regenerates 50% faster and you do 15% more melee damage. Ho ho ho. Oh, it's got more stuff too. Empowered Sunder. Wraithguard empowers Sunder. No, that's the same thing. I wonder if it stacks though. Wraithguard, that's all the same stuff, right? Wraithguard, 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 Wraithguard. The Teeth Stone, Turn of the Seasons, which they can't even fit the description. Okay, well now I really want to see what you get from Keening, but we'd have to join the Mages Guild, right? That's like specifically a Mages Guild thing. Well, we'll use it for a bit, I suppose. Let me put this, let me put that there so it can tell me how to, I'm assuming there's a way to get out of here from in here, right? Also, did we not loot this guy? Ebony Arrow. Cool. Unique looking Dwemer Centurion as well. Epic. Epic. Couldn't resist hitting the like button. Hell yeah. Thank you. DPPS1216 says, hey GV, what's up, man? Haven't been able to catch a stream in a while. Welcome in. Well, we've only done like, I think this is stream number 4 or 5 or 6, basically. So you haven't really missed too much. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be going live here on YouTube. And all the streams are archived, by the way. If you hit the video tab and go to the stream section, you can watch all these streams if you so wish. And welcome in. I wouldn't like to simply because I was self-conscious bitch. I didn't care about anything anymore. I don't care about anything anymore. I was the opposite, man. Like, it's so weird how we change as people over time. Because, like, man, as a kid, I was goofy as hell. I was like, chaotic as hell. I'm sure I was a huge handful for my mom. And I was kind of a craphead to my sister a lot of the time, too. But I also, yeah, I was a super happy kid. Like, tons of energy. Had a lot of friends in elementary school. I remember a lot of girls had crushes on me. I know this sounds like a narcissist talking right now, but it's true. I'm just providing the context. But yeah, I didn't care about what anybody thought. I was like my goofy self. You know, I think I was charming and endearing in that way to people. And then, yeah, same thing for middle school pretty much. But once I got to high school, like, boy, oh boy, that social anxiety set in, and that set in hard. So yeah, I was super like carefree and like, yeah, like over time I developed like anxiety, which I've got pretty much a handle of now. But back in the day, you know, back in like high school, it was rough. It was rough. It was a challenge. Okay, let's go drop all this stuff off now. Yeah, you have to do the Mages Guild to get into. You have to do College of Winterhold to get Keening, right? Can't just go get that, I'm assuming. See you later, Kyle. Thanks for popping in. Brendan says, LOL, I remember my teachers always said, you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket all the time. And now we literally do. Yep. I remember that as well. I remember teachers saying you're going to have to use math every day. You're never going to have a calculator, this and that and the other thing. There was a lot of, like, cope from teachers, which I get it, you know. They want to make sure your understanding stuff is important, but... yeah, I remember hearing a lot of stuff that was flat out, you know, wrong in terms of how most people would be living their lives in 2024. But it is what it is. Okay, let's go over here. You cannot use this while in combat. I'm definitely not in combat. What's up, 12 Gauge, who says, first Skyrim playthrough had that sense of wonder for me. Me too, yeah. It was rarer as I got older to have that sense of childlike wonder. But, yeah, first time I played, I still remember the night that I played it for the first time to this day. And, yep, had that same feeling. It was like, oh my god, it's here. I'm experiencing it. First time, like, I discovered the Dark Brotherhood, because I don't think I spoiled it for myself. I didn't know how to, like, start it and all that sort of stuff. First time I figured out, like, how to get in. Because that was the number one thing I was looking for. Was like, how do you get, you know, from Oblivion, I was like, how the hell do you start the Dark Brotherhood?
Give me a mug of ale. Coming right up.
But, yeah, magical, very magical night. Okay. Dagger of Harvesting, Dagger of Blood, Falmer Arrow, Staff of Hasadoki. We didn't really use this. Fills a soul gem, knocks back the target on impact. I tried that, but it didn't really do it. While not attacking, creates a ward. I kind of want to see the knockback, though. Let's keep that. Let's keep the Staff of Worms. We'll store the Flame Atronax Staff. And let's drop this stuff off. Okay, anything we sell will go here. You and you and you and keep you and keep you and you and you and you. Good. Okay, so we need to level up to get that Wolf Queen thing, which I think we're kind of close to a level up. So I probably should just find like a trainer, because we have a lot of money. Oh yeah, we should go to Rorikstead and get some more money. In fact. Ba-da-boom, ba-da-doo. I came down at age 5 for Christmas and found a Batmobile, the ones kids ride. We'll forever remember that moment. What? They give you like a whole ass, like a one of those like little cars or something. Holy crap, that's huge. Yeah, who trains? Oh yeah, let's go to Rorikstead. Yeah, there's a lot of moments like memorable gifts from like Christmas for me. Like I remember a big one was like my grandma got me like a Spider-Man little toy car that would like shoot webs or something. I think you had to like fill it with like web, like artificial web in a can. Oh my god, Greyjoy just left the crap of the century. It smells like pure doo-doo in this room right now. Oh my god. Yeah, Greyjoy does not go to the bathroom in this room, but it smells so bad it smells like he did. Because Yen does that. Yen will just surprise us all the time. Jesus! What the hell?
Very good, sir.
He's just like sitting there. That is
Until next time.
That is disgusting, Greyjoy. What the actual hell? Oh my god. That's really distracting. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to make sure he covered that. That is like genuinely awful. Be right back. Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm being poop-lit right now. It smells like he literally just took a dump right behind me. But yeah, Greyjoy's like never. Greyjoy's a very... He's got chaotic energy, but outside of that, he's like a very good cat. That was... Man, oh man, that was... It feels like he just ate a steak dinner or something. Okay, Skyrim. Sneak trainers. Well, I don't, like, ever train in Skyrim, so where is the sneak person? Sneak training. That funky training. How do I tell who's like a master, though? Oh, Delvin Mallory. That would make sense. Garvey? Okay, so these people are not going to be able to train me because I'd have to go to... I guess I could go to... Wait, how do you know... how is it done in Skyrim? Oh, master is the red. Okay. So Delvin is the master. So if I do go down to Delvin, we could train Sneak. How close are we to leveling up in general? Yeah, 2 Sneak would do it. Plus we have a ton of money anyways. Alright, let's go find Mr. Delvin Mallory. Mr. Delvin Mallory. Oh yeah, that's right. We actually did a lot of Thieves Guild stuff, didn't we? That makes it easier. But anyways, yeah, Spider-Man car that shot webs. I remember I snuck into my grandma's closet and I opened it. I like tore it, went just to see, and I saw it. And I really regret that to this day because, like, yeah, I don't like cheating or whatever you want to call that. You know what I mean? Like, I know now, obviously, that when you actually wait for the thing to come to fruition, it's way more satisfying. But like back then, yeah, I made sure she got me that, which was extremely exciting. He's only 2, but picking out toys and watching him open that and smile just warms my heart. See, that's what that's my main drive right now in life is to, yeah, I'm dying to start a family. Right now, I just basically got to make sure, you know, the YouTube channel, everything's doing well, or I got to shift jobs because in this economy, it's going to be a challenge. But, yeah, that's my main drive. I want to start making experiences, you know, with a family to call my own. Baldur's Gate 3, however, whoa. I don't really feel it to that level these days anymore, unfortunately, but sometimes there'll be something like a feeling like that.
Need some gold. I may have some work for you.
Wait, what? He doesn't train? Does the guild provide other services?
If you're looking to get some coin, I also suggest you spend some time in the training room. Just talk to Vipper. He'll show you around.
Do you have to unlock training with Delvin? Because he does not seem to offer it. Delvin won't train me, Sneak. You've read the answer, but here's mine. Time to slit the throats of an entire bandit camp. My Sneak is level 92. Just finished the Nightingale. No trainer can train a skill past 90? Oh, what the heck? I didn't even know that. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Shoot. So we gotta do this the hard way. Huh. Okay. Dan Devine says, I remember going to the midnight release of Skyrim at GameStop and carrying out the huge collector's edition box in my arms while looking at a huge line of people wrapped around the block in the cold. I'll never forget that. Yeah, we were in Florida, so it wasn't as cold, but I do remember it was cold because it was in November. Yeah, I remember that night very well. Very, very memorable for me. Okay, so how do we... So I guess we could go to light armor, maybe? We could train light armor. That would probably work. Skyrim light armor training. Where's light armor? Nazir? Oh. Oh, we have Nazir too, though. We did a little bit of Dark Brotherhood, didn't we? Okay, so that should be doable, as far as I understand. So yeah, we're still in the normal sanctuary, right? I don't think we beat it. Or did we? No. Did we? Is the Falkreath Sanctuary still... We definitely did some... I'm not remembering how far we got. Well, let's go check. Midnight releases used to slap so hard. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like was the smell. A lot of the time at midnight releases, depending on how many people were there, you had a lot of gamers that, you know, as usual with the whole Smash Bros. Tournaments and stuff, do not know how to shower or use deodorant. So I just remember sometimes the smell would be funky. But outside of that, it was a fun time. Okay. Nazir.
There are so few rules here.
Where you at, Nazir? I need to find you here. There you are.
You disrespected the Brotherhood, and it'll cost you. You want back into the family? You pay the price. 500 gold, and all is forgiven.
What? How did I have no idea what we did for this. Also, yeah, I made a short recently about like quests like this where if you do something wrong, they kick you out and you have to pay. But I looked into it and I was like, I swear there was like, it was only the college that I kept seeing. College. But yeah, I guess there is a quest for each one. Here's the 500 gold.
Good. I'll spread the word that you've made reparations. Now let's forget the past and get back to business.
I agree. Weird. Okay. I need training, please.
So many contracts, so little time.
I need training in light armor.
I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet.
Okay, Master Trainer. Oh, that's right. Our light armor is being boosted by like 20 points because of some anniversary edition equipment or something. So we've got 104,000 gold. So we can go boopity. Is it going to be enough? Boopity, 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 boopity. Oh, I really should have trained something else. That was silly. Because now it's going to lock us into this. Unless, is it enough? It's literally going to stop there, isn't it? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. So how do we find a way to level up here? Sneak is at 100. Oh, I guess we got 2 sneak and I didn't even realize it. Lock picking. Oh, I guess we could go to, we could, oh, pickpocketing super easy too. Yeah. I guess we could just pickpocket a whole bunch of people.
Go on now.
All right, let's do that. We'll go to some town and do some pickpocketing. Sounds good to me. Whee! That went really far for a base level whirlwind sprint. What the heck? I had that Spider-Man thing as well. It just shot. Oh, that's right. Yeah, silly string. Yep. That's what it was. Yep. Okay, who should we pickpocket from? Let's go to... I'm feeling Dawnstar. Medal of Honor as a kid, and my grandparents came over. My grandpa, who fought in Korea, was grilling me on every aspect of the game because he fought in war. I love that memory. Oh my god. I have a memory that's really funny to me. Yeah, basically during the time of, I think, Halo 2, I remember I would go over to like this kid that lived in my neighborhood at the time, like his house, and play Halo 2 constantly. And, yeah. Oh my god, this is so silly. Wait, 0%? Why? 35%. Good. Give it to me. Ooh, lucky instantly. Oh, come on. It's like right there. Do I have like a pickpocket is easier potion? Yeah. 0% chance to steal. That's unfortunate. Anyways, I would go over to this kid's house. We played a lot of Halo. I think specifically Halo 2. I remember specifically we were trying to get the Banshee gun, which if you don't know is like a...
They say that vampires...
It's like an Easter egg thing where like you can fly out of the map if you like break a Banshee or something and like use the Banshee to... I just need somebody to pickpocket. There's like nobody here. You could like fly up to this weird gun that basically the Scarab gun, yeah, and it would be like a plasma rifle that would shoot basically the Scarab, which was a giant vehicle's like beam, and you could use it. And it was epic. It was a super cool Easter egg. Anyways, I remember specifically doing that, and like you had to like kill Marines or something because there's a lot of Marines in Halo, and you had to, and like a lot of the time they'll have like weapons you can take and stuff like that. And you had to, like, specifically, like, kill the Marines or something to get, like, a rocket launcher so that you could use it on the Banshee or something like that. And anyways, I just remember, like, the kid saying to me, like, you have to kill the Marines quickly or something like that. And his dad was military, and he got so mad. And, like,
You have committed crimes
basically,
against Skyrim and your people.
yeah, I'd shoot out the kid in front of me. Like, it was a really awkward situation. But he basically mistook it because, you know, this is like future Marines in Halo. It's not really actual Marines or whatever, but weird memory. Give me your steel dagger. It's not even worth anything. Yoink.
By order of the Jarl. Stop.
I like how we get like the 33% chance instantly, and then we fail the 70% chance twice. What are the chances of that? Come on. Yeah, it's still lingering in this room. It smells absolutely disgusting. I don't know what he just dropped in there, but it's horrible. Okay, do you have like a jewel or something? Gold, lockpick. You guys got like nothing worth anything.
You have committed crimes against
For the
Skyrim.
love of God. I just need to pickpocket like one ring from somebody. I guess we'll go to the Jarl. Maybe the Jarl has something valuable. Where's the Jarl's log house or whatever? I'm assuming it's this, the White Hall. I'm betting. My mom spoiled me, got me an N64 while the other kids in class just rented one for the winter. My dad, on the other hand, is why I can hold a job. Yeah, my grandparents spoiled me. And that was, yeah, they spoiled the crap out of me. But as far as the nuclear household, yeah, we didn't really. And anything was like a luxury, basically. It wasn't like that bad, but you know what I mean? It's like we just didn't have, you know, new crazy. Like I said, Super Mario Sunshine comes out in the winter for Christmas, and like there was no expectation that that would ever happen. But then my mom made it happen. It like blew my freaking mind. Oh my god, you guys don't have anything. Give me the hunting bow. Yoink.
You have committed crimes against...
I'm just trying to get a ring, dude. Come on. I have 5.5 month old, and she's the best. Having kids is a great experience. Actually holding her right now and listening to your stream while I rock her to sleep. Well, that is freaking adorable. I'm glad that I don't curse anymore. Give me it. God, it's just like still not enough value. For the love of God. Dude, it's like that thing where you just like really need a simple thing in a game, and it's just like the hardest thing in the world. Jarl Skald. There we go. This guy's got some stuff. This guy's got some stuff. I like the sound of 34%. Yoink. Da 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 da. Smelly nerds are what stopped me from going back to Comic Cons. Yeah, it's like an actual issue, which is, you know, I don't know. It's like, for me, I was always a nerd, but at the same time, I always was like, I didn't want to play into any stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like, not showering, being disgusting, just smelling bad or whatever. It's like, I already know the world looks at you like a nerd. Like, you really want to, like, add to that? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so I think we put in... Actually, we have a new sneak perk, don't we? We have that weird one up here. Crouching stops combat for a moment. It forces distant opponents to search for a target. Shadow Warrior. All right, now we should get the courier for the next part of the Wolf Quest, since we have leveled up. Congrats on all the fathers in the chat. Yeah, happy, way belated Father's Day. Fathers. What's up, Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man, who says, have you listened to the Dead Rising soundtrack yet? No. No, I've just been listening to a lot of anime music and stuff at the gym. I'm in a big anime music hype playlist mode when I work out these days. If I remember, I'll give it a shot, but I just don't feel like... I'm betting it's not great gym music.
I've been looking for you.
More ambient type stuff.
Your hands only. Let's see here. It's from Falk Firebeard at the Blue Palace. Ooh, you've got friends in high places. Looks like that's it.
Got to go. Zuba dooba doo. Zuba ba ba boo. What would this be called? Letter from Falk Firebeard. Rothier. Over the last few days, we've had some disturbing information come to light regarding the events at Wolfskull Cave and the summoning and binding ritual you interrupted there. Given your involvement with that event, I'm asking you to return to Solitude to help us once more. I'm wary of putting all the details in print. Please come see me at the Blue Palace sincerely. Falk Firebeard. Okay. This is definitely not worth what we get, but at the same time, this is all Anniversary Edition content, so... gotta do it. Mark says, man, I got a 1-year ban from visiting my friend because I showed him Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff like that back in the day. When, yeah, it was hard because, like, you don't know... I'm not a father, but, you know, I'm assuming it's a lot easier now to keep track of your kid's friends and whatever. But, like, back in the 90s, you know, kid goes out, spends all day outside, whatever. You just don't know exactly what they're getting up to. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've had experiences like that where, like, I show somebody something or they show me something. There was some weird stuff. Because, like, I remember, like, a babysitter's house, like, they had, like, 2 or 3 girls or something, and, like, my best friend lived there. And, like, I think we were hanging out in his sister's room, and, like, it was late at night because we were going to go to bed there, and they took us to school the next day. But, like, yeah, I said, like, oh, you guys really need to shut this window. Somebody could come in and, like, kill you all. And that was when I learned that's definitely something you don't say, because their mom got super mad at me for saying that. But yeah, I'm sure there's like tons of stuff like that if I remembered. What up?
The courier must have found you.
You sent me a message about Wolfskull Cave?
Yes, old friend. I'm afraid it's not good news. When you broke up the binding, Potema escaped. We've encountered some of her minions. Steer says she's still in spirit form, or we'd all be dead already. You've already done us a service in stopping the binding, but I need you to go talk to him, to see if Steer can tell us what to do next.
Fatality. I'll talk to Steer. We'll figure something out.
I wish you well, friend. Be careful.
Who the heck is Steer? The Wolf Queen awakened. Speak to Steer. Mark Carth and Solitude are good towns to level. Pickpocket citizens have lots of money. Oh yeah, that's true. I just like any excuse to go to Dawnstar. I always take, because Dawnstar is my favorite like niche town. But yeah, that makes sense. Markarth is a great city. I love it. It would be my #1 choice to live if it didn't have nasty Forsworn just killing people in their sleep and stuff. Really, really bad corruption there. I remember D&D gatherings to be quite smelly, no offense to chat. Luckily, my groups... I've been a part of like 3 groups at this point. Luckily, everybody is... They're nerds, but like they also, you know, they know how to take care of themselves and stuff. So luckily, that has not been a problem.
You must be the one
just yet.
spoke so highly of. Welcome.
Folk sent me to talk to you about the Potema.
Ah, Potema, former Queen of Solitude and one of the most dangerous necromancers in recorded history. She was responsible for the Empire's near collapse almost 500 years ago. I believe I have a book about her.
And now that Potema has returned...
Summoned in spirit form is not raised from the dead. She'll need help before she can return to the living. For the moment, the Wolf Queen has retreated to a place filled with dead, eager to serve her. She has gone to her old catacombs. A few days ago, one of her servants busted through a wall into the Temple of Divines. We'll need you to go into the catacombs themselves.
I can do that.
Good. Being at the summoning created a connection to Potema. You are the one to do this. I can provide you with some help with her minions. As to Potema herself, find what's left of her body, likely a skeleton. Remove it from the catacombs and bring it back to be sanctified by RK.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
RK bless you with a long life.
You got a cool name for a Skyrim NPC. Steer. Defeat Potema. Potema. Boil her. Boil her. Mash her. Stick her in a stew. I was never the nerd stereotype, so I thought they were a Hollywood invention until I went to a Comic-Con and Warhammer stores. Yeah, we do a lot of nerd stuff because I'm a huge nerd, but yeah, the midnight releases was really the only thing that I remember specifically there being like a smell. The whole like GameStop, you know, every midnight release, because we went to a bunch, like 50-50 chance the whole GameStop smelled funky. And there were definitely times too, and I remember tweeting about this in fact, where people like would just straight up fart and just leave nasty lingering farts in the room, you know. So that was cool. But outside of that, I haven't really had any bad experiences, but that definitely was a thing. How do I get down there? Very good rock soundtrack. Okay, yeah, I'll have to. I just completely forgot about it, but I'll have to check it out. Sounds cool. To Potema's catacombs. What's up? I love Nero, who says thank you for playing Skyrim Anniversary, not that modded Skyrim version. Yeah, I'm not a big mod guy. If I do a modded playthrough, it'll usually be something like Enderal, something like, you know, its own thing, basically, like, you know, a whole new game, pretty much, or a big expansion. Outside of that, I just, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of modding games, unless like absolutely necessary.
You've arrived at last. The hero who prevented me from being bound returns to my fold. I have much to thank you for, little one. When you die, I will raise you, and you can take your place by my side. You'll serve me soon enough.
I will not. I will defeat you, Potema, especially because I need to get an anniversary edition thingamajig. Oh, that's definitely not a Draugr right there. Ooh. What's up, Ricky, who says, hey, GV, hope you're well. Glad you're back streaming. Loving the Red Dead playthrough. By the way, it's your best work you've done in a while. Yeah, well, thank you very much. I mean, yeah, you know, you lose 60 pounds. You start getting muscle, feel better about how you're looking and feeling, have more energy, do positive things in your life more so, stick to your word a lot more. It's crazy. It's almost like you're able to produce better content, you know. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yep, hopefully it will be a banger for the rest of all time, because it is a huge commitment that I definitely want to make sure I do that game justice. What's up, Disturbia? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Oh, little Draugr, you don't belong here in a room. That's not your normal place. It doesn't feel right that you're here. Alex Quaid says, nerd culture is funny. To an extent, I consider myself to be a nerd, but I also work in finance and know how to shower. Not sure why poor personal hygiene is kind of a staple of some nerd culture. Wait, who the heck is that? Yeah, it's a weird thing because, like, for a very long time, ancient vampire. Oh.
Something.
Oh, you survived that? Holy crap. How the hell did you survive that? Yeah, because, like, for a very long time, obviously, nerds were not cool, right? Like, anything to do with nerds was just not a cool thing. I think I experienced that a little bit. Like, I was never made fun of for being a nerd or anything like that, but, like, you know, growing up in the 90s, like... Yeah, it wasn't really a cool thing to, like, be into video games, as far as I remember. Like, everybody did it casually, but, like... I don't know. I think during that time, you still didn't really want to be, like, a nerd or considered a nerd. But then you have, like, it's like two facets. There's, like, nerd culture, but then there's also just, like, being nerdy, you know, where you think of just somebody with, like, glasses and pocket protectors and all that sort of stuff. So, I think it's just, you know, there are nerds that are just into nerdy things, but also have a good grip on their life and know, you know, how to be somewhat confident, know how to take care of themselves hygiene-wise, that sort of thing. But then you have, yeah, the other side of being a nerd where... it comes with a lot of health stuff that, luckily, I think I'm more of the former. Like, I never really, I don't think had an issue with, like, personal hygiene and all that sort of stuff. And later on in life, I learned how to channel confidence and things like that so that I wasn't considered, like, a straight up, you know, introvert, anxious nerd all the time or whatever. But I've definitely experienced my fair share of that, too. So I think it's just a lot of overlapping things like that. And it's a matter of, like, where you fall on the Venn diagram, you know. But, yeah, there's a lot of people that are into nerd culture that also know how to, you know, not be the bad cliches of nerd culture. Okay. Hello. Hello there. Goodbye there. Soulstare Frog says maybe it's a dominance thing. The greater the BO fog, the more of an alpha nerd that you are. I wouldn't say that's dominance, because if I go into a place where I smell that and it's really bad, I'm not thinking you're dominating. I'm thinking you're in desperate need of at least a good swipe of deodorant under the arm, you know? But maybe that's how it is in some nerds' minds. I don't know. Could be. Oh. Okay, so now I know I have to do the actual power attack, because you guys are kind of powerful. Vampire Mistwalker, you don't even see me. You'll never see me coming. Mist. It's your last surprise. Oh my god. There's zombies. Ew, water zombies are the worst type of zombies. Disgusting. Can't play a Bethesda game without modding it. Yeah, there's two types. For me, it's always been a thing of, like, I love video games as an art form. I'm willing to play something that I appreciate given all of its faults. But and I prefer that. But I entirely see the other thing of it where, like, why not change those faults? Why not mod them? You know, Sky UI and whatever. I get that too. I'm just the former, you know. That's just how my brain works, a purist or whatever you want to call it. Your Red Dead playthrough is awesome. Well, thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, you know, like when I'm doing it, it's like I want to make sure it's quality from the inside out, which is obviously up to me. But it is also really nice seeing that series is resonating with a lot of people as well. Like, I'm getting... all the feedback from it has been positive, pretty much, which is really cool to see, so... gonna keep putting in effort. I know it's tough eking out, like, a living and eking out, like, you know, YouTube career as a Let's Player these days. It's real tough. Real tough. But I think it's good. You know, and I'm hoping over time people discover it, because same thing with the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. If you haven't seen that, like, I think that's also a really good series that I've done recently on the second channel. And, yeah, I don't know. It might be something that's just kind of hard to break out into the mainstream like it was back in the day, but at the end of the day, I just want to feel like once I'm done with it, like, okay, I did a good job, regardless of how it goes. I think, you know, I did the game justice. I showed everything cool in it. can be proud of it. So that's what I'm shooting for. But I'm glad it's resonating. What's up, Stalingrad, who says, I think one of the things that might contribute to nerds having bad personal hygiene is low self-esteem and not caring what other people think. That doesn't mean they should stink, but it's a possible reason. Oh, without a doubt, yeah. No, 100%. You know, depression stink is a real thing. You know, I've lived at points in my life where you genuinely do not have the motivation to shower or whatever. You know, luckily that didn't stick with me. But, yeah. You know, I've been there where you're so depressed at certain times that, like, you literally cannot get yourself to get up and eat or shower or do basic human needs, that sort of thing. So I'm sure that's a component. And, yeah, without a doubt, the self-esteem, too, which... But, you know, I think for me it's like a thing of knowing, well, you know, if you don't take care of yourself in that way, it's just going to make it worse. It's just going to compound on top of your self-esteem issues and just make it to a point where it's going to be incredibly difficult to pull yourself out of that. So luckily, that's the way that I've seen it. But other people, yeah. I mean, it's obviously not that easy. Potema's Refuge. In we go. I've been watching your content for years. Much love. Well, thank you very much for watching. Some good stuff now. I think we're hitting a good level of quality, in my opinion. Red Dead, if you haven't checked it out. Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke, which I highly recommend. Go give that series love, please. It deserves it. Trust me. But, yeah, there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff. And thank you for watching. Alright. Hello, sir. Whoop! How did you, sir? Wow, we really need... we don't have, like... If I wanted to be on easy mode, we would just have all the one-handed attacks do more damage type equipment or whatever, but... Yeah. Usually not needed if you're sneak hitting with big daggers, typically. What's up, Spirit Fant? I missed the stream notification because of not adding everybody. Glad I made it. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to be a nuisance, like I said. I don't really know. I don't know what the best way to do it would be. Because, like, moving forward, like I said, the schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be live. So it's like, if I shoot that out on Twitter, if I shoot that out on the Discord, do people find that valuable, or do people find it annoying and spammy? Because I don't really want to be annoying and spammy, so that's why I didn't do it today. But maybe it's just better to do. I don't really know. I'll have to look into it a bit to see what most people do these days. Ah, the classic 3-door puzzle. The classic 3-door puzzle. I'm assuming the first one is this first lever, right? I hope it is, because this takes forever. Okay, that's good. Oh, second one. Okay, third. Wait, what? Oh, I guess I thought it was 2 doors. Okay. And then, right. And then last one. Ba 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 ba. Ooh, whoop. Okay. What's up, Josh? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing good as well. There's a secret room in there. A secret room lies to the east. Whoa! Okay, what the hell? Oh, these stupid soul gems. I hate these things. Bad. Bad. Still hits me. Okay. Ba boom, ba 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 ba. Soul Stare Frog says, self-esteem is a good call. Most of the mega nerds I met seem starved for attention and won't shut up if they find out you like a thing that they like. Yeah. I mean, that's a component. Yeah. I think, well, I guess I won't say that. Yeah. Yeah, it's... I find it psychologically very interesting because I've been a decent amount on the nerd spectrum, you know what I mean? Like, I've been on the not good type of nerd side, and then also, you know, the confident side as well. So it's interesting, kind of changing your perspective on things like that.
No doubt you seek to enter Potema's sanctum. I can see to that.
We'll need plenty of fresh corpses to rebuild her army, you see.
You don't even know who you're talking to. You just see a door open. You don't even know where to go. Blooded vampire? Yeah, that might be the way. That might be the way.
I guess I was just hearing things.
Yeah, I think you were just hearing things. I Love Nero says, I love the regular mods, but that mod where the whole game is changed fully is not my cup of tea. If you're talking about Enderall, like, that game is amazing. Like, you have to just think of it as a different game. I mean, if you have no interest, you have no interest in it, but... Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like Skyrim. It's its own... It feels like Skyrim gameplay-wise, but outside of that, it's its own thing entirely. But I freaking love Enderall, man. Enderall is so good. One of the best games I play, because it's basically its own game, just using the Skyrim engine or whatever. Man, I really wish I had throw voice at this point. I significantly wrote that off. No. Damn you. Damn you, Death Lord. But yeah. Like, I would do, like, Legacy of the Dragonborn, because I know that's, like, a really good one. Basically, any, like, sort of story stuff that would enhance my experience I would do, or that it's its own thing, like Enderall. I enjoy doing that. Outside of that, I don't really need any sort of mods. Do your attack! Do your attack! Do it! He's just chasing me. Do it! You must do it! Whew. Okay, let's use the Staff of Worms on this bad boy. Oh yeah, we were gonna use Sunder. Whoops. I wanted to use that. Yo, pestilent fellow! Thank you very much.
I'm out. GV. Going to catch the Tony Show live.
Wait, what?
Stream.
Wait, you're watching Kill Tony live? Wait. Do you mean in person? Like, if you gotta go, don't answer my questions or whatever, but... Are you talking about Kill Tony and you talking about seeing it live, like in person, or are you talking about watching it like... Wait, what's today? Oh yeah, because it's Monday. Yeah, it comes out Monday. Are you talking about like as they're premiering it or whatever? That's what I assume you mean. Anyways, that's super cool. But thank you very much for the $5. Have a good night. Enjoy, I'm assuming, Kill Tony, right? Because, yeah, Mondays is when they release. Although I typically watch them after they've come out. I don't usually watch live. Okay, let's use Sunder. I want to try this out. And Staff of Worms. Get this guy to be our permanent boy. Yep. You work for me now, boy. Then Sunder, then Mehrunes Razor. Cool. See how much damage this thing can do. Non-friendly mods like lightsabers, Halo weapons, hilarious mods. Yeah, those don't really do anything for me. I totally get why they're popular, obviously, for the meme factor or whatever, but... I'm very much a purist when it comes to video games. Like, if I'm sitting down and, like, experiencing a game, it's like, I'm looking at every facet, good and bad, absorbing it, wanting to talk about it after the fact. So, you know, like, yeah, turning, like, the Dragonborn into Master Chief or whatever. It's like, it's funny for me to see that, like, on a short or something, but outside of that, I don't usually have interest. Just kind of ruins... Yeah, I'm all for immersion, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Kind of ruins the immersion for me. Obviously. Yeah. Sneak attack for 6 times damage. That seems to be decent damage. Whoa. Flurry of blades. Dun, 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 dun. Flawless amethyst. A flawless amethyst. Okay, this way. The Nuzlocke, I think I first found you from the BDSP Nuzlocke. Dang. Yeah, I would recommend it. I think when I started... I think when I started the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke on the second channel, I was just like, hey, I want to play Emerald, you know, that'll be fun. But as it went on, I get more and more and more invested in it, and then it becomes like a real, like, you know, man, I'm like really into this sort of playthrough. So yeah, I think it's one of those that's like, the farther you get into it, the better it is. But I think as a whole, like, it was a good series too. But yeah, definitely near the end, like, I'm 100% invested in, like, really trying to, like, make sure we come out victorious. So I would recommend it, but, you know, I don't want to.
Not much further. Come with me. Serve me in death.
No, I will not. Okay, also, Sunder is terrible, by the way. I mean, it's okay, but it's not too great. So I think we switch. Let's go for the Bow of Shadows. This thing charge or does it not use charge? Oh, yeah, it doesn't even use charge. Crazy. And let's take Wraith Guard to put on the Leather Scout gauntlets. And then also, what do we have on? Increase your stamina by 40. One-handed attacks. Oh. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Oh, she's like raising these guys up. What the heck? Forgot about that. Fusroda. Oh. Oh, yeah. Was that a Zork reference? Probably not, unless I absorbed it through some other thing, because I don't really know anything about Zork. I know what it is, but I never really played it. Outside of Black Ops 1, right? Didn't Black Ops 1 have that Zork? Was it Zork, or was it like... Yeah, because Black Ops 1 had that, like, text-based adventure. Was it Zork? I feel like it was Zork, wasn't it? I think most people don't have a problem with it or think it's spammy, but then again, I have like 10 YouTube notifications at all times since I haven't turned them off. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll just do it. Whatever. I guess I'll just push out the Discord notification in the future. Probably doesn't matter as much as I'm thinking it might. I just hate to be annoying. I don't like being annoying, ever. And I know that I am sometimes, but I don't enjoy it, you know. Alright, let's catch up with chat before we deal with the big boss. 12 gauge says, for me, I need Unlimited Companions mod, a mod that expands the favorites bar so you can see all your favorite items categorized by type on screen with one click. Yeah, I mean, all that stuff I'm sure I would like. It's the type of thing where I'm sure if I did it, it would be like forbidden knowledge and I could never go back. But yeah, like we might finish Pikmin 2 today after the stream ends because Cindy and I are playing Pikmin 2 off camera. And oh my god, that game is so frustrating in a lot of ways, but I love Pikmin. So like, I don't know, it's like the thing of like, yeah, you could like mod it to make it easier or whatever, more balanced, but to me it's like, I like experiencing that and then talking about the frustrating parts or also the balanced parts, whatever. Just how I like playing games. But yeah, I mean, obviously, modding's huge, especially for these games. Funny considering how much I love Skyrim as well, which is how I would have guessed I'd find this channel. I know, yeah, I'm surprised by that. Desu says, thoughts on Asmongold drama? Asmongold is a guy that I've never understood his allure or appeal on any level, you know, just being blunt. I never have understood why this guy is so, like, influential and, you know, powerful or whatever you want to call it. Very bizarre to me because, as far as I could understand, I never really watched his stuff, but, like, you know, his allure is that he's an opinionated guy, and at least for a time, people were like, oh, this guy's opinions are really good, or whatever. But it's just like you're taking advice and opinions and takes or whatever from a guy that literally lives in the most disgusting house I have ever seen. Maybe not as bad as some hoarder houses that I've seen on Hoarders or whatever, but like, you know, horrendous. And look, I'm not going to judge the guy. I don't know what he's got going on mentally or whatever to have that situation. I know he's made videos where he explains it. I don't care to watch that. To me, it's like I see that and I'm like, that is foul. That's disgusting. That's nobody should ever be in that scenario for any reason, especially if you have unlimited money to do whatever you want. So anyways, I have never understood, you know, I always saw him like pop up with like these controversial takes, and a lot of times people are like, oh, he's playing a character, oh, he's trying to be controversial. I don't really care. Like when I constantly hear like weird takes and you live in a foul, disgusting environment like that, it's not surprising to me that you would get canceled for basically racism, because I watched the clip and pretty much it was racism, right? Unabashed racism, whatever. He literally says at one point, like, it's an inferior culture or people or something like that, which is just racist. So, all that to say, like, I'm not surprised, and I've never understood why this guy was popular in the first place. I know he's been around, like, for forever with WoW and all that, but
You've come far.
baffling to me, basically.
Can you stand against my inner council?
Baffling.
Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, it's the rotating electricity one. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. I need better arrows. So let's sheath that. What arrows do we have? Glass should be fine. Alright. You get an arrow. And you get an arrow. Oh, that was nice.
Too soon, worm.
Who you calling a worm? And you get an arrow. Okay. And we are detected. Alright. Lucien Lachance, please and thank you. Dusk Fang, marked for death. Mayroon's Razor. Let's go. Oh boy. So slowed from that frost. Ba ba zabi ba dee doo da dee ba ba. Ow. Let's heal up a little bit because I have no healing. Also play on very hard. Those things make the game funner to me. I enjoy a really balanced difficulty. I think Skyrim is more fun when you like rank it up a little bit to like, you know, the sweet spot for you. But I also think Skyrim's difficulty is very artificial, obviously, because it's literally like you take 3 times more damage, you deal 3 times less damage. That's literally how they do it, you know. Oh my god, you cheap! Ugh. That really threw me off. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Zuba dubaba dubaba dubaba. Whoa! Alright, this Death Lord's gonna be an issue. So if we can hit him with multiple marked for deaths, although I swear to God they changed this in AE, I feel like they definitely nerfed it. Feels super duper nerfed. So like Mayroon's Razor, if you want to trigger... Ugh, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna need some magica potions, some healing. We really need to... I need to get a better healing spell. Also, what is Lucien doing? What is happening here? Just watching a Draugr. Okay. Zuba dubaba 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 dabuba baduba baduba baduba. Alright, marked for death. Should be up. Let's hit him with another one. Because they at least used to be additive. I don't know if they're additive anymore. But they used to be. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Do your thing. Come on, hit me. Hit me. He's just gonna do it randomly. God. I got stuck like for a split second moving backwards. I got stuck for like a second on something. And it just was like enough for this guy to kill me. I hate when that happens, man. Where's this gonna put me now? Is this from the beginning? Oh, Jesus Christ. I think it's actually better than Skyrim. In some ways, without a doubt. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, no way I'm fighting all that again. Absolutely not.
Come with me. Serve me in death.
Bum 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 bum. Oh boy. Maybe we should just go full light armor, because honestly we could really use the... It's like we have maxed out stealth and we're still getting detected. You shall not pass!
My inner council? Let's see.
Okay, if we can get that big stealth hit. Also, I guess Lucian for like a distraction. Get that big stealth hit on the Death Lord, we should be fine. Been listening to that chapter podcast a lot, true crime, funny guy, 100% recommend. Yeah, I might give it a shot. I've never really been that big into true crime, honestly. I know it's like obviously massive. Never been much of a true crime guy, though. Ow.
Don't applaud yourself too soon, worm.
Who you calling a worm? Worm. Agreed, I actually look for mods that actually add to the immersion. Immersion mods are second to Whiterun guards. Oh, what's up, Whiterun guard? All paths lead to Stealth Archer Todd Howard. I think he said that on his deathbed. Okay, where's this Death Lord at? Summon your strongest worm, woman. I see nothing. Yo, what's up, Grace? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Is this glitched? Oh, there he is. Boop. What's happening? I cannot see. Does she have somebody summoned? Or is this glitched? What's happening? Hello? I guess I should just make myself known. Maybe it'll attract somebody. Hello? What is happening? You must summon. That's your job. Maybe I have to like go clear the... Oh, this guy. Oh, weird. Wow, that guy wasn't even a part of this room. Very bizarre. Okay, I gotta find this Death Lord and one-shot him. That would be super duper good. Where's the Death Lord at? He's down there somewhere. Oh, he's right there. Okay, Potion of Invisibility probably, I think. And then we should just blow this man up. Why is this laser so accurate, by the way? It's like incredibly accurate. Gotcha. And guess what? I got you too. And guess what? I got you as well. Okay, and then Staff of Worms for this guy there. Okay, healing. Because I got that feeling. I need some healing. Then you, then you. Asmongold got what was coming. Wait, really? That's crazy part of my language, but another one bites the dust. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really... Because, like, some guys, like... Some big streamers, like, I can understand why people would, you know, listen to them or whatever. They have influence, they have good takes, whatever the heck it is. But yeah, Asmongold, I've never understood that. Why do so many people take the advice of somebody that lives in a literal stinking festering pit? And they it'd be one thing if you didn't have the ability to change it, but it's, you know, he's rich as hell. Like, again, I know he's made videos where he's explained why he does that, but I don't see what explanation could possibly resonate with me personally. But yeah, just bizarre. Okay, what do we got? What's happening? Can I go through the door? I guess we gotta go back and maybe clear out some other... I'm hoping it's not like my Death Lord that's causing this to glitch out or whatever the heck's happening here. Let's see if there's somebody back here maybe we have to clear out. Because she raised all these people, but they're not raised. Maybe it's my Death Lord? Maybe the game thinks like, oh, there's a Death Lord in here. Oh, maybe it's this guy. Oh. An ancient vampire! You had to just stop, like, right there, didn't you? Okay, and we have vampire disease. Get over here! Oh my god, I cannot die here. This would be so bad.
Is that your best?
I'm trying, lady. I need Mayrune's razor to trigger, please. Mayrune's razor, please! Jesus, this dungeon has been brutal, man. Alright, let's wait an hour. Okay. Hopefully that clears this out. I don't know. Ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Viewing the world through the internet. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I gotta stop myself from doing that sometimes. Because, like, you know, I look at Twitter a lot, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta... This is not how the real world is. Okay, that did it. Good. The game did not like me having my own undead Draugr. Sure. That's unfair. Weird guys who think all women want rich, 6-foot-tall alpha or whatever. The internet has spawned some odd cultures that don't reflect reality. Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I see it every single day. Especially, like, political-wise. Like, so many people, you know, whether you're on the left or the right or wherever you are. So many, like, echo chambers and just... Did you see this happen? And it, like, shakes up their whole entire world without actually looking into it and seeing if it's even accurate or whatever. The Legend of Crately House. Is this a skill book? What is this? Scroll of Dread Zombie. Ebony Armor of Extreme Conjuring. Adept Robes of Destruction and Alteration. Ooh. Okay, Potema. Oh, do I have to, like, kill you? The heck? I do not remember this. Whoa, what the hell? I do not remember Potema having, like, a ghost skeleton. What the heck? Okay. There's Potema's skull. Gotcha. Alright, that was tough. But we made it through. I guess we should just go through and, like, upgrade my build, because it's getting a little difficult with certain dungeons. I like Capcom games do differently. Less the enemy's AI is smarter. The secret items and enemies also take less damage. Yeah. If you're talking about, like, you know, Resident Evil difficulty, which, like, actually changes stuff, like Resident Evil 7's Madhouse difficulty, I love that. Yeah, I love when games do that. Yeah, if you're gonna go for, like, different difficulties, I think just doing the damage slider of you deal less, enemies deal more is obviously the super duper cheap, easy option. But, yeah, if you go through and actually, like, make different mechanics and stuff, or, you know, remix things, then you've really got my respect, which, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Capcom did that a lot. Okay, whew. Josh says, I think Enderall's main story is better than Skyrim's. That, again, the main story was never in Bethesda's strong suit, except Morrowind, in my opinion. Yeah, I would totally agree. Morrowind definitely has the best Elder Scrolls story, in my opinion, because they really, you know, deep dive into the lore. It gets really good and nitty-gritty. But yeah, Enderall was way more my style. Because, like, you know, Skyrim, like I said, dragon comes, devours the world, whatever. You got to stop the dragon. Pretty, you know, it's a safe choice, kind of, for, like, a Nordic. It's the right choice for, like, a Nordic story. But, yeah, Enderall, I can't even tell you what the hell happened, but it's so intriguing and weird and mysterious and bizarre. I freaking loved it. I really need to play Enderall again. I really need to do that. Maybe we'll just start, like, a playthrough on these live streams or something. But I don't know. We got so much other stuff I want to finish through the live streams. But man, oh man, I really want to do Enderall really bad, because I just know I would pay attention so much more to it and, like, really absorb it better. But yeah, I loved it. Grace says, it's funny how the player character always lets out a loud yell even when doing a stealth attack. It is funny, and I'm still not entirely sure, like, how that even works. Like, because, yeah, if you double tap L and R, you do the kind of quick swipe, right? And that alerts enemies. If you do the power attack holding them down, it definitely alerts enemies. So, like, Yeah. Is there not a way? I'm forgetting how it works. Or you could just tap one or the other. Maybe that's the way to remain stealthy. Or maybe it's just impossible on expert difficulty because on expert, like once you raise... why can't I return to Falk, by the way? Wouldn't I have to... Yeah. Why does it say I can go to Falk first when I would have to do this first? That's weird. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Once you like raise the difficulty past adept or whatever, I feel like you're just not remaining in stealth no matter what you do because the enemies just know. They just know. They're aware.
You're that one from the college.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not that guy. Soulstare Frog says, I think Oblivion main story is good too, just Skyrim is a bit lacking.
You lost?
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're fine. It's, you know, whenever I start a new playthrough of Oblivion or Skyrim, I'm not like, oh my god, I got to get to the main story. It's definitely like in the background compared to other stuff like the guilds and everything. Yeah, Oblivion's more interesting to me because the Daedra. I love Daedric stuff. Very interesting. And Skyrim's solid, but, you know, a little boring. Dragon Slayer story. Been there, done that. But yeah, Morrowind, good stuff. I love that stuff. Nerevarine stuff.
You've returned. I'm hoping successfully.
I have Potema's remains.
Excellent. These things do have a way of working out when people take action. I'll sanctify the remains. In case Falk doesn't make it clear, Solitude owes you a debt of gratitude.
It says I dropped frames for the first time ever? Like, it's been so long. Oh, are we good right now, folks? Are you seeing and hearing me correctly? Because it's saying I dropped 600 frames, and I don't know when that happened. That's really weird. And it's dropping more. But YouTube is also saying I have an excellent connection. And now it's like redlining. Okay, this is bizarre. It's like simultaneously saying the stream is fine, but also not fine. So I'm not really sure how the viewer experience is. Embrace neutrality. Witcher pilled. Yeah, I would like to do that because I typically go good or bad. It would be nice to do like a neutral playthrough and feel really good about that. I think that's like really hard to do though. Because you could do it like Fallout. Fallout gives you the neutral paths, right? Toss a coin to your maxing. Oh, maxer of plenty. The only thing that bugged me a little about Oblivion's main quest was reusing Dagon's invasion story, but it was still pretty good. Dagon never learns his lesson. Wait, where did they reuse that from? I'm unaware of this. Was that like an arena or Daggerfall? I have no idea about that. I know Daggerfall gets crazy with its story or whatever.
Be quick.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Okay, yeah, now it's like saying there's an issue. What the heck is happening? Error, YouTube is not... Okay. I don't know what's going on because it's telling me YouTube is not receiving enough data, blah, 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 but it's going like in and out. It's like dropping a lot of frames now. 2,000 dropped frames. Must just be like an internet issue. I've taken care of Potema.
You've done a great thing today. It doesn't matter who you support in the war. Potema would have been a blight on the land for both sides. Without you, this would have been a disaster. I should have paid more heed to Varnius's warnings. I won't make that mistake again. Take this payment. The Jarl would thank you, but she very much wants to keep Potema's return quiet. Make no mistake, we consider you a protector of solitude.
I have so very many ways to deal with people. Very few of them pleasant.
Okay, I think most people are saying it's good, but it is going constantly in and out right now. Yeah, it's like redlining on OBS and... yeah, consistently dropping frames. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I think people were saying it's good. Capcom does that with all their games when it comes to different difficulties. Yeah, I definitely enjoy that aspect. Don't be